Lisa G is here with headlines. Let's get her in. They were discussing on the wrap-up show that Lisa G is in love with me, and I don't see it.
Oh. I heard that discussion.
I heard that too.
Yeah. Are you in love with me?
Lovingly.
Are you in love with me?
No.
I don't get that vibe.
Would you give Beth a vial of AIDS?
Is that
Get
what
her
we're
out of there.
asking?
That's what Sal said.
I said to Gary this morning because I heard the wrap-up show. I heard
that too.
I said, "Do you really feel that Lisa's in love with me?" This was off the air.
No, that's not what they said. They said that I stare at you lovingly and longingly at the TV monitor in Gary's office.
And Gary said to me, he said, Howard, all jokes aside, Lisa's so in love with you. And I mean, I would like you to come clean if you are. I would be very complimentary.
All right, Lisa, let's start with this.
Oh, God,
Howard's
here we
single.
go.
Howard's single, you're single. If Howard's single, if he asked you out, would you go out with him?
Of course I would.
Right.
I have good taste.
I'm telling you, Howard.
Lisa.
But okay, so she clearly likes you, that she's physically attracted to you and all that stuff. I noticed it on my own, but like 6 of us, 7 of us, 10 of us out there noticed it all independently.
But isn't it her job to sort of follow me
and watch
and
the
pay
TV
attention?
monitor?
You can follow someone. There's a way that she looks at you when I'm telling you, her eyes lock on that monitor, Howard,
Right.
and it's just this loving stare. I'm telling you, the way she talks about you, she waxes poetic. I'm telling you, Ronnie,
Oh,
do
here
you
we
agree?
go. Come on, guys. Everyone, come on in. Jump on
Dude.
in.
She stands in Scott's studio and her eyes and everything.
Everything. Her eyes and everything.
Everything
Every fiber.
everything that you say, it's like, oh, he's so brilliant. Oh,
Really?
Did not
he
say
looks
that.
so good today.
Look,
oh,
look
oh,
where's this
please,
coming
Lisa,
from.
give me a friggin' break.
You do. You. It's more than
do
just.
not.
It's
I
more
mean,
than just
she-
following a guy. You comment on his moves.
On his
in
moves?
in a way like you talk about what he said. Ronnie's right. What he said is brilliant. What he's wearing today is amazing. What he did is
not.
you
What
do.
he says is
Hey, you want to
amazing.
something, Lisa? If you're in love with me,
No,
just
if
set
I-
yourself free and just admit it. and just get it over
Is
with.
it
Come on, Lisa.
possible she's
Lisa, you
talking
know
about-
it's true.
Is it possible she's talking about Scott?
No.
You guys said she loves me more than Sal.
That's what
Oh,
the
definitely,
discussion
definitely.
was yesterday.
Yeah.
Because Sal really loves me.
No, dude. In a minute, she'd be jumping all over you. I'm telling you.
Wow.
I have good taste. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If that's the case, then thank you, Lisa.
Now I'm
And
embarrassed to look at you.
Don't be
Maybe she
embarrassed.
is in love with you.
Maybe you are. Maybe you are.
And
What?
you're just
So what?
not expressing it because he's already
No,
taken.
I have great admiration for you. I think that's a loving thing
I'll give
to
you the
say.
key question, and this is what determines it. And listen, this is a tough question to ask you. Have you ever thought about me
No.
while
No.
pleasuring yourself?
No.
Never.
Have you ever pleasured
No.
yourself? Is the question.
No, I'm not asking
When
that.
was the
That's
last
none of my
time? What
business.
year was that?
Stop
That's
it.
none of my business.
Right.
What I'm saying is, if you want to know if you're in love with me, the first step would be whether or not you thought about me sexually when you were alone.
No.
But maybe she won't let herself
Right.
do that because you're already taken.
Why
See-
can't I have great admiration for Howard Stern?
Can I give you my opinion, Howard? Lisa's. I'm not saying she's not sexual, but sexuality isn't the top thing for her. When she fantasizes about you, it's not sex. It's
A life together.
a life together. Exactly.
have you
Lisa
ever
sees
done
herself
that?
more in the wedding dress than she does at the wedding night.
can't I have the ring?
Oh, she's in the dress.
Oh,
she's not on
please.
the
That's
night.
Lisa,
desperate
do
and
these guys
pathetic.
do these guys have you right that you're more
No.
about the wedding than the wedding night?
The wedding?
Yes.
the
Yeah,
no-
he says you fantasize about the life you could have,
Oh.
not the sex you
I
could
don't
have.
fantasize about that.
I think
with
you're very
you.
together.
What?
I think you're very together.
Oh, thank you.
What doesn't make her not together to
Do you ever pretend you're Beth?
No.
That was a great laugh,
That's
Lisa.
Sal
funny.
does.
That's funny.
I can see.
I laugh because I'm like, I've got, I'm 5'3". My
How about-
weight
how
goes
about
to
when
my
you-
thighs.
How about when you were drawing pictures of the ring and everything? I mean, do you?
Oh, I
do
thought
you-
that was
Do you
fun.
hang it on the wall in your house and
No,
stare at it and
see,
say, "I
that's
wish I was
pathetic.
wearing that ring"?
No, but Howard, she talked about the ring, and I know this is a woman thing, past the news thing. As a news reporter, she had to describe the ring, but she
She got
talked about it.
excited. She brings excitement to her job.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying
Yeah.
she loves you.
That was a big piece of ice. That was some piece of bling.
Women like that.
It's beautiful.
Bling. I could see Lisa blowing off her old friends. Oh, no. I've got to go out to the Anguilla on the jet.
Wait, Beth is on the phone. She wants to say something. Yes, honey.
Hi, honey.
Hi, sweetheart. Yes.
Get this yappity old yenta off the
All right.
Beth.
Beth says, get your own man. Jessica Hahn, you're on the air.
Howard, remember when I was really in love with you? Remember how, like, I mean, Lisa could, like, listen to you on the air, but she has to watch because it's watching you is, like, all the little, she mentions the things you wear, your clothes, your hair. Lisa, you adore him. It's so cute. There's nothing wrong with telling him. I remember I did the same thing. I just had to see, like, your lips, the way everything would, I mean, I fantasize all the time about Howard.
Yeah, I should have banged you.
It's my job to watch everyone.
Yeah, Jessica was real in love with me.
Well, Jessica, you're saying you used to. You were over it?
Well, you know.
I mean, we could get it going pretty quick.
It was so, I mean, I would stare at Howard. I remember at the award shows in L.A. I would just sit there and look at it. Like, you did all when you wear your glasses, how you took them off. Even your lips do a certain thing. Oh,
And she used to come to my room and get naked for me.
I know.
You know how Lisa, I love her giggle when she talks to you. I'm the same way. I get
I'd hit L.A. and I would go, hey, Jessica, I'm here. Can you come over to my room and get
First
naked?
call you'd make.
Yeah.
Really?
Then she'd just be naked and trying different
Oh,
outfits.
she was always doing fashion shows.
She'd
and
do it for me.
somehow-
She'd do it for me and my friends. And then she wanted she always was begging to give me a hand job at least, and I would be like, nah, I'm married, you know. I never went there, but I really kind of would have liked to have felt it.
Did you consider calling her after your divorce? Did you?
No, it broke my heart when I didn't know any of that was happening. I mean, that I wasn't there to be there.
To comfort him, yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't even there to comfort me. Yeah, Ron.
Yeah, I just remembered something. I think it was Monday. You were wearing a tank top. It was hot in here, and you were wearing a black tank top.
Yeah.
And she was staring at you at the camera.
No, I said I didn't like
she
it.
goes, oh, Howard's wearing a
I
tank
did not.
top today.
I didn't like that look.
I didn't wear it for on air. I was hot in
You
here.
know, you're making things up.
No, we're not making things up. We watch
hear
you
it.
also, just like you watch us.
I used to love Howard's hair. Like, I thought Howard had everything the best. His hair was just insane. It
Hey,
was
Jessica,
so
did you ever pleasure yourself to me?
All the time. You were like the only person I had on my mind. All the
Really?
time. In the
Wow.
tanning bed. What?
In the tanning bed.
You know, when I would tan, I mean, it's just, I thought, I had, but the whole scenarios and everything.
In the nail
was always-
salon.
What were the scenarios?
What was
Well,
the scenario?
tanning bed,
Yeah.
naked.
In the tanning bed.
Wait, so when you were in the tanning bed naked, what were you thinking about doing?
I would just think, like, it would have to be like a situation where we ended up, but it would be a whole thing to get to that place, but where we'd be together, just what I would do.
Did the
Did you
fantasy?
leave a mess on the bulbs?
No, I was like, think about him while I was tanning, but I
No,
was
those
thinking
bulbs will
about-
burn off all that jizz.
Okay.
No, I was thinking about while I was tanning, but I would think about being in the bedroom or something, but what I would do and how everything.
Did you ever think about like the fact that like I'm inside of you for like 1 second and I finish?
Yeah,
How realistic was it?
Anything you did would have been like I used to hear you talk about that, and I thought that why is that a problem? Like I would that's what I would want to achieve. So if it was done in a second, that's great. Then
Wow.
it's done.
Boy,
I thought
that's
about
my
your
kind
height.
of girl. I should have done her. Because you know what?
I thought about how your height was and how I would maneuver all around. But
Well, you know how loving she is.
Crush.
So what was the hottest
it was
thing?
horrible.
What was the hottest thing we ever did together?
In my fantasies?
Yeah.
Oh, oh, please, I can't even.
You
say
put your
it.
tongue up my ass?
No, I was very, none of that stuff. It was too good. It was great.
Wow.
It was just so sexy, but you were so, and your chest hair. I mean, everything.
Lisa, you having any of this going on?
No, if
Really?
anything, I was talking about your business savvy just this morning. It had nothing to
that's
do
Right, that's what she wants.
ask Brad
Now we
Driver.
know.
Right.
Just come from a different place.
All right. Oh,
Well,
Jessica, thank you.
All right, baby, but she is.
Business savvy.
Have fun with it. You could just think
Lisa,
about it.
why don't you just come out of the closet, have fun with it, Jessica says, and you two can go to the
Well,
tanning bed.
You know,
What were you saying about his business?
Why wouldn't you say this to Steve Langford? He's a news reporter too. We're both
Right.
covering you, but
I'm
because
not
I'm
saying
looking
it.
at the monitor and I'm the woman, I'm looking at you lovingly.
What were you saying about his business savvy?
Just, I don't want to go there. but
Why?
It's about working in different mediums and being paid for them.
Right.
That's what I was talking
Oh,
about.
it's the whole package. Yeah,
All right, thank you, Jessica. This is all very,
You
very
can't
nice.
separate
And
it
Lisa,
out.
if you are having these feelings for me, thank you. Believe me, there's nothing more of a compliment as what Jessica describes. And if this is going on in your home and the privacy of your mind, thank you for it. Thank you.
Getting paid in different markets.
Oh.
Different mediums. Fuck me. Fuck me in all different mediums. Fuck me with a radio. Fuck me with a television. Fuck me with your book. Fuck me with your movie.
Are you done?
Fuck me with terrestrial radio. With satellite radio.
I'm just glad that this is Lisa's segment because I used to get this all the time. Oh, Robin, you know you're in love with
Oh, you
Alex.
are.
Right.
Believe me, I feel bad for Jimmy. He's got to share. He's got to share you with me. Now, Robin's in love with me.
Right.
You love me.
Why the hell am I wearing this black wig and
Well,
glasses?
who do you think loves you?
Who do I think loves me?
Yeah.
Robin.
Beth?
I love you. I can say that very honestly.
Thank you.
You would say that I'm in love with
Yeah,
you, which
you
is
are.
not the case.
All I'm telling you.
You know this.
I know when a woman.
This?
I
How
know
do
when
you
a woman.
this?
I know when a
See
woman's
this?
in love with me.
And what are the signs?
I don't see it in Lisa. I see it in you.
What are the
Oh,
signs?
interesting.
What are the signs?
Just look at you the way you're looking at me now. You're in love with me. It's just the way it is. You are, and that's it. Accept it, and that's it.
You know when it was
You will
evident?
never believe any
When
other way.
you're looking at me now, you can barely contain it.
But I do love you.
Yeah, you're in love with me.
Not in love.
You want it.
No, I don't.
Trust me, you do.
I do not. I do not want every inch of your love.
If Howard ever
No, you do.
made a move,
I'd run.
You
That'd be
would
too
No,
scary.
You would love it. I think you dream of
Too
my ham
scary.
hands, and
You don't have ham hands. You have
hands.
nice, long fingers.
that's
go
right.
away, Robin. I put a little Vaseline on the tip of my dick.
That is not the case.
It's okay. You don't have to. It's
It would
embarrassing.
be like incest, my dear.
All
and
right.
that is not appealing
Oh,
to me.
Well,
Robin.
It does, evidently.
Sweet Robin.
When we was in the shower, your butt cheeks were nice and warm.
Your butties give it kiva.
Yeah.
Have you heard from Nick Manning, by the way?
Occasionally I hear from Nick Manning.
Really? He called you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He called me on Thanksgiving to wish me a
No, I
happy Thanksgiving.
emailed him.
Wow.
I invited him to my cookie party, and he said, "Send my regards to Robin." So that's
Focused on her.
Lisa wants Nick Manning.
no.
Oh my God, he would unleash a lot, and
Yeah.
Lisa would never be the same.
He would free her, huh? She's locked down.
No.
You know,
I'll show you my business savvy. It's 8 inches long.
He is a good businessman.
oh, yeah.
That's right. He's dropping loads.
Do you think you could have sex with a guy who wasn't a good businessman?
No. I couldn't. That
Lisa-
turns me on.
You know what? I
Let me
could
give you a
such
stock tip while I bukkake you.
Lisa, you did get sexual fan mail. Lisa G is so hot. Each morning when she comes in, my cock starts chubbing up.
By the way, I'm sorry. I started doing email. I'm sending.
Yes, this is your email.
Oh, God.
You want to hear more? Go
ahead.
Okay. I'm not kidding. It doesn't get hard, but get up about 2/3 erect, and by the time she's done, I'm dripping pre-cum into my underwear.
Whoa.
I started thinking about what she really likes behind closed doors sexually. I'm married 16 years and still have hot sex with my wife at least 4 times a week, and she is the perfect, respectful, demure wife in public and a complete slut behind closed doors.
And that's what he's thinking about Lisa.
Her behavior in the bedroom is everything that all of us man-whore guys would hope for. So I imagine our giggly, demure, and very private Lisa G in the same way. By the time she's done in the studio, I have this huge wet spot to deal with. So you really have your fans.
Married.
Good for you. Yes, she's married and yet has thoughts of you.
Otherwise, you would have pounced on that?
By the way, Colin Quinn is the best guest you ever had on your show. Forget the bimbos who giggle and tease and all the other fucks who march past the microphone. Colin Quinn is pure entertainment. If you give him his own show on Howard 101, people will listen. The man is the best.
We'd have to put a gun to his head. He says he won't do it.
Yeah, he said he won't do it.
I experienced such a proof that men are so different from women. Robin and Lisa had the biggest girly moment out there.
What did they do?
Geez.
I'm walking back by the vending machine.
I love Jim.
Well, you know, so
I love Howard.
Lisa says to me, "Are you coming to the cookie party?" And I was just like dazed, and I was trying to think of something to say. Like,
didn't that cookie party happen already?
no, it didn't.
weekend.
So
December 8th.
Lisa says that to me, and then Robin walks out, and Lisa's eyes dart to Robin. And Robin, I guess, overheard the question, and she said, "I'm coming." And Lisa said, "You are?" And Robin said, "Yes, the girls are coming." And then I hear, "Oh!" I mean, in unison, you both went, "Oh!"
Women and men are different.
Holy shit, let me go hit myself over the head with a cup of coffee.
That noise.
It's just that I speak guy, but I'm a girl.
That noise that women make is unbelievable to me.
Yeah.
That squeal they do.
Robin is bilingual, I'll give her that.
Yeah.
But no, that was really like, I'm sitting there trying to think, well, I'm coming, you're coming, the girls are coming.
Well, you're right. Men and women are different.
Holy shit.
I don't even remember that happening. We don't even hear that.
I got a letter in the mail yesterday. I'm opening the mail at my desk, and Beth is sitting with me. And I open up this letter, and I go, "Oh, what the hell is this thing?" I see the return address is the Gumbles, Brian Gumble, you know. So I said, "Oh," and all of a sudden Beth goes, "Oh, that must be the invite to their holiday party. It was so great last year." Now, remember, this was the party where Al Roker was shooting me dirty looks. I'm in Brian Gumbel's media room, and Al Roker is like barely able to, like, wants to choke me, and Spike Lee's in the other corner.
Oh,
and,
jeez.
When you're in a house like that, well, go ahead.
So anyway, I open up the envelope, and it's a beautiful Christmas card from the Gumbles. They have their two, and they're very nice people. They have the two dogs they put on there, and it says, "Listen, we're sorry, but we can't have our holiday party this year because our apartment's under renovation."
Oh.
And Beth's like, "Oh," and I go, "Oh." I'm like, "Oh, thank God, thank you, Jesus! I don't have to come back there."
There is a God.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who's going to be there, I mean, every corner lurked like,
landmine.
"Oh my God, there's Gayle King. She's going to beat me up."
Party full of landmines.
What you said about Oprah wasn't true. I go, "Oh, I don't know." So.
But
He knows everyone who hates you, it seems.
Right. But in that one moment, that defines the difference between men and women. The Venus, Mars, the girls are coming.
What girls are coming?
I guess Robin and her friends. Is she?
Oh, you're bringing friends to the cookie party?
Yes. Lisa met a bunch of my friends that night. We went out to dinner, and she invited everybody to the cookie party.
And you guys are that excited about it?
And we're starting at the cookie party, and then we're going dancing.
And they're going out from there.
And you are too?
Well, I have to clean up and everything, so I don't think so.
Is it that witches' coven you're a part of?
No.
The ones that went in the woods and did Wicca?
No, I don't know any witches.
You do. I bet you it's them.
Hey, I'll rent
What
you.
girls are in your clan?
Anne-Marie, Lisa.
Who else? Anne-Marie, Lisa.
Their friend Karen.
Karen is coming.
Do I know Karen?
That's a friend of Anne-Marie and Lisa's, who I've just met, but she was there that night.
Is that the lesbo?
No.
Oh, stop with the music.
No.
We're coming. Boil, toil, and
Bubble, toil, and trouble.
See, she knows.
And Colin Quinn said that if he's not at Fat Camp, he'll be attending the party.
Oh.
Brooms flying over the Upper East Side.
Yes, we're coming by broom.
So you're making a whole night of Lisa G's
I have
party.
another friend coming into town, and he wanted to go out dancing. So,
So that's the first stop. As Lisa's.
we're going to start at the cookie party, and then we're going to go dancing.
Where do you go dancing?
We have to figure that out.
𝗦𝗫𝗄𝗿𝗱.
That ain't around anymore.
I don't know.
That we have to figure out.
Well, you know what, Lisa? If you want to go out, I could rent you my Mexican to clean up.
What a fun night.
Yeah. I love that Colin isn't at the fat camp. We'll be at the cookie party.
We'll drag Colin along with us if he shows up.
Well, now he's going to be more
He's just
depressed.
scream at 𝗦𝗫𝗄𝗿𝗱.
Don't depress Colin Quinn.
Is it possible to get laid at Lisa's party?
It sounds like there's going to be some
single
broads.
women. Yes, sir.
What girls are going to be there?
I told you, 𝗦𝗫𝗄𝗿 and Lisa.
I don't mean
are gonna
your
be
friends.
Some of my friends.
Well, are your friends hot?
Yeah, well, for Artie, he likes strippers, right?
Right.
So,
What does that mean?
yeah,
because I have.
they're very beautiful women.
Because I have such a good shot at getting laid when chicks look at me eating a cookie.
So the party is going to be a cookie party where everyone bakes cookies and brings their
Right,
cookies.
you don't have to bake cookies.
Right.
I did invite Benji, but I'm uninviting him now because he would bring Ivy.
What's wrong with Ivy?
Oh, really?
Ivy's not cool?
I think the two of them, it's just, I just don't believe anything that's
You
been
think
going.
it's a publicity stunt?
And I wanted to match him up with a girlfriend of mine who's going to be there, and now this whole thing with Ivy, and I don't know.
Why does the news department not believe Benji and Ivy?
First of all, let's say you did think it was a publicity stunt. Why would you say so, that you wouldn't invite me because of that?
Well, because it feels so disingenuous.
Can I tell you something, Lisa? 100% he's dating Ivy Supersonic. I know.
I don't
Really?
understand why
Yeah.
people don't believe it.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
All right, then.
I've had a private discussion with him. He's not bullshitting.
So does that change your mind?
I mean,
still
That's the thing,
uninvited?
We're not. I like her very much.
he's having sex with Ivy.
We're
Are
not,
you bringing Ivy? If
don't
you
e-
come?
I'm not. We're not an established couple. We're dating.
So why did you bring her up?
Are you going to try
I
and
didn't bring her up.
Are you going to try and hook high-pitched Mike up with a girl?
He's not sure if he can make it.
What is he doing?
He has to. He might have to watch his godson.
Oh, take it easy, Artie. Take it easy.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
All right. Let's take a break.
Okay.
Thank you, Lisa
All
G.
right.
Lisa,
Yes.
come clean.
Rob is coming to the party.
Whoa, what's all this?
That's very exciting.
It's a nice dance move.
Thank you.
I like it. No, what's going on with you and Howard? Come on.
Nothing's going on. First of all, that is so mean and sexist because they would never say that to Steve Langford if he were looking at the monitor. I look at the monitor to see what's going on, and I like fashion, and I comment on Howard's clothes if I don't like something, Ronnie.
No.
Yes.
Come on.
Tell it how it is.
Spit it out now. Come on.
We're not being.
What? There's nothing to
Look
spit
at
out.
you. You're turning red.
Well, I'm embarrassed that
No,
you
you're
guys
not
would say
embarrassed,
that.
but you know it's true.
No, and here comes John. He feels the same way.
I do.
There's something going
We
on.
know.
It-
We know.
This
I have good
transcends
taste.
admiration.
Who wouldn't like Howard?
Okay, so admit it.
This goes
I
beyond.
have on the
admiring.
air that I admire him.
No,
and I
no,
love
no.
him.
Come on.
You sound like Sal when you say that.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, exactly.
Sal says he
Oh, like
admires
that phony,
Howard.
like
Yeah.
Oh, well.
It goes beyond basic admiration.
Yes,
No,
definitely.
it doesn't. But
We
I
see
can
it. We
understand
see
what
it.
they're saying. Do you see it?
Yes, absolutely.
You do?
You give
Lisa,
that adoring.
I would
look.
issue a challenge. Find someone here who doesn't think it's true.
I know. Well, I don't, so that's what counts.
Well,
I don't
let's-
care what they
let's-
say. Don't get so close.
I'm sorry. Let's pretend that that Beth isn't in the picture. That Howard's a single man.
Oh, I would definitely go out with him. Who wouldn't?
So she's admitting it then.
Exactly.
There you go.
Lisa,
Yeah.
I didn't pile on, but yesterday I was with beautiful Lisa G. We were talking about the Dog Academy
Right, I
Awards.
said, who cares about the animals? I just
And
want to
wait.
see what Beth's wearing.
And no, you were talking about last year, and you said Beth looks so great, but Howard, oh my God, he was in a
not see,
tight.
that's the
Yes,
way
you did.
guys-
I have witnesses. You're
But I
proof.
said that as lovingly about Beth, the way she looked.
You said no.
I said, I don't
Beth
care
looked great,
about the
but
animals. I just want to see what Beth is wearing.
She's just like Sal. She won't admit it.
Oh,
Exactly.
God.
But it's true.
We all know it's true.
She's in love. It's
So
okay.
you love Robin, so what's the difference?
And I admit it.
Big party.
Yeah, but it's not the same thing. You guys are...
Yep.
Hey, Gary.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Benji, is it love
Amount
him or
number.
in Lisa's case?
For what?
For Howard. Does she love him or does she just...
Both. I think it's a psychological phenomena. Lisa, which I think is sincere, she's a huge cheerleader for the person she gets behind. So Howard is now the prime person she's behind. So it's both love and
support.
Yes, but I assume at her old place she had to play a guy like that too.
Can I fix your collar?
Sure.
Oh, you mean like at her old station it might have been like Method Man or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know who the guy is.
Flavor
Flav.
Or Star.
So.
No, I never worked with Star. I can understand that, I think.
But I'm. Why do you guys keep saying I'm dissing animals? I didn't even bring it up, but.
What?
That you're like saying I'm making up stuff.
Yeah, I think
you think I am?
Yeah.
Okay.
To get airtime.
Okay, so what do you think I'm making up?
That you guys are sleeping together.
All right, so.
See, now it's moving all onto Benji. See, here he goes. He wins.
So,
Okay, I'm not going to take part in it.
why don't you come to my place right now, and if I'm telling the truth, what will happen?
If you're telling, oh, you want me to go to your
Come
party?
right now.
I'll
Come
go
right
to your
now and
party right now.
watch us do it.
No, I won't watch you do it. But is she
I'll
living there
watch.
with you?
No.
Well, why don't you let Steve go?
I don't want him there. I want you there. I want you there in bed with us. I'll do it right now. I'll bring you right now.
I'm not going to bed with you.
Come on, Lisa. But it's not true. She's not there, so there won't be any problem with her. You're saying I made it up, so why don't you come there right now with me and get in bed with us? Why don't you just... Why don't you get in bed and cuddle with us right now?
Because I don't want to. I just want to see if she's really
But you're
there.
saying I'm making it up. So if you're sure I'm making it up, come in there. You have no risk because I'm making it up. So come to my place right now, and if she's there, get in bed and cuddle with us. So you're not sure I'm making it up?
What? I think you're loony. I don't have time for this.
All right.
You just called her out, man.
All right.
Loony skipperoni.
Or do you see it with her and Howard? Right? It's not. This isn't some sort of just admiration thing. It's love.
Oh, all I know is I'm on another medium that Howard gets paid for.
Now we're going to go to our good friend in the Howard 100 newsroom, Steve Langford, who tells us what they're working on.
I was in Steve Langford hell yesterday. He came with me to the picket line. I can't even tell you.
Why?
I'm walking the picket line maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
He's got a microphone in my face while I'm talking to people. I mean, and certain people will go, hey, you'd have to look at him and go, hey, dude, I don't know if I want what I'm about to say on tape,
Right.
Like, oh, fine. And then, but then the camera kid would pick up the camera and they're telling me a story and...
So you're watching yourself every minute.
Right. Look, the first 5 minutes, I get it. But then, I noticed in front of me were Nora Ephron,
right,
and 𝗦𝗵cie𝗄𝗿𝗍, who wrote Goodfellas.
Yeah. Right.
And I'm a big fan of, 𝗦𝗵cie𝗄𝗿𝗍, Nora Ephron. Huge.
Well, there you are on the picket line. Look at you. Wow. And who are you walking next to? Is that Larry David?
That's Bill Sheff, the head monologue writer for Letterman, who's actually in Beer League. He played an ump, and he's the guy who was talking to Sal with the frivolous thing.
Right.
He was that guy. And, there were a lot of big-time people there who could have commented, were actual stories than my goofy ass. And Steve wouldn't leave my side. I said, well,
right.
Nora Ephron, these are multi-millionaire Oscar winners. Go ask them about something. And
all right, Steve, what do you have to say? What are you covering today?
I think it's fascinating that Artie wants to tell me how to report. It's kind of like me telling him how to do jokes.
Right. All right. Fair enough. What do you have for us today from the Howard 100 News?
Just some of the stories we're working on in the Howard 100 newsroom. Artie lying back on the waterfront. The former longshoreman returning to his proud union roots, showing solidarity with striking TV and film writers on the picket line here in New York. Artie's many and varied connections and evidence at the job action. Writers from The Letterman Show who apparently listen religiously to this show. And the executive producer of The Late Show also there, Rob Burnett, telling Artie the Ronnie Scott stunt that pranked this reporter into coming into the studio early one day is, quote, his favorite radio ever.
Oh, my goodness.
And Artie carrying a picket sign alongside celebrated author Nora Ephron, who told Howard 100 News she's an Artie fan. Even 𝗦𝗵cie𝗄𝗿𝗱, author of Wise Guy, which became Goodfellas, catching up with Artie on the latest Henry Hill news. By the way,
is that right? You got to talk Henry Hill with him?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he had an interesting story about Henry. Well, an interesting...
Hey, Henry, we're talking about you.
Is he on the phone? I never killed my buddy. What the fuck? Henry!
Yeah, hello.
Are you there?
How you guys doing?
I was talking to 𝗦𝗵cie𝗄𝗿𝗱 yesterday. He spoke highly of you.
Yeah, well, he should. Hey, I made, they got a lot of money with,
It's a good point.
He actually spoke highly of Henry. What did he say?
He said when they were shooting the movie and when he was writing the book, Henry was deep in the witness protection program. And obviously he had to talk with him quite a bit, and he only had access to him on the phone. So he had some friends who were huge fans of the show. And he thought it was hilarious when they said, look, he's on Stern all the time. and he's saying he knows how big the show is. He's like, my God, I guess he doesn't care about being killed anymore. And he had friends who said that, Nicholas, you got to hear Howard interview Henry. They are the most original, unique Henry interviews I've ever heard. He admits stuff. 𝗵𝗍𝗍 said that he's admitted stuff on this show that even he couldn't get out of him, and he says his friends admire your interviewing skills a lot.
Oh, great!
And,
well, that's very nice.
He couldn't,
Henry?
He couldn't have been nicer.
Of Howard.
Yeah, he was a very nice guy, 𝗵𝗍𝗍.
Yes,
he's still my mentor. You know what I mean? He helps me in every way he possibly can. You know,
mentor.
Yeah, he is. He's been.
I think you're done. We've made out of you about all that we can.
You don't think there's any more mentoring to be done?
No.
Here's my mentor.
Henry, what's going on?
Mentor my eBay art. My mob art on eBay.
All right, quickly, there's a plug. If you go on eBay, you can buy art made by Henry Hill. Thank you, Henry.
You're welcome, Howard.
Thank you.
You
That's
sound
Henry
good.
Hill.
He sounded good today.
Yeah, he's okay today.
That's today.
Exactly. So it's a short appearance.
Hey, did you come to work in a rickshaw?
I went to the...
What?
One of those... Oh, there he is. There's Artie in a rickshaw.
This poor Russian kid. Look at him. I tipped him like $50.
Are you serious, Artie?
What happened there?
Well...
we have video. It'll be on Howard TV of Artie arriving to work in a rickshaw.
I got to the picket line in a rickshaw.
Oh, yeah. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I left work yesterday, and I was going to go right to the picket line to get there as early as I could because I started at 10. And I had to stop at FYE first to buy some headphones for my iPod. And Steve, right on my tail, with a camera guy, came into FYE with me. So we were going to share a cab together. And I was thinking, God, I don't want to, what am I going to say in the camp? I always feel like I got to be on because of Mike. So I needed a little bit of a break from it. And Steve's a good guy normally. If I say, give me a break, he'll do it. But I didn't. I saw a rickshaw come by. I go, hey, how much the Columbus Circle? He goes, get on, and this poor kid, look at how hard
he's pedaling and not going anywhere.
He almost died.
Yeah, he had to put it into a low gear because he couldn't go anywhere.
At first, he thought me and Steve could fit in there together, and then he saw me get in, and he goes, oh, no way.
He's pulling your ass around, man.
But it was kind of a cool entrance. I pulled right up to the picket line in the rickshaw. And I tipped the kid like $20.
Isn't it weird having another human being pull you around on a bicycle?
I must say, I was. I thought
it's embarrassing, isn't it?
I thought I'd like it. I was creeped out by it.
Yeah,
like he was a Russian kid. I guess
trying to make a couple of bucks.
bucks.
Everybody's against these rickshaws because they're horse
clogging up the city.
Well, the horse and carriage guys feel they're getting beat out of some work, and the cab drivers are
growing in numbers. These rickshaws.
I'd like to do that just for a workout. Pull Artie around in a rickshaw.
Oh, well, I saw this kid. I said if I did this for a week, I'd lose 50 pounds.
Yeah, what a great gig! I mean, for you, like when you leave here, you should just rickshaw people.
I almost asked the kid for a job.
Yeah.
Because it is the best exercise I could imagine.
You should say to the kid, why don't
getting.
you get in the back, and I'll ride the bike, and see if we can't give you a tip anyway.
I would have died.
Doug Goodstein sent me a note that him and Rob, the head of Howard TV, want to have dinner with me. I won't even respond to this. They want to have dinner with me one night. And of course they know to do it like on a Thursday night because they know that I don't have to be.
You wouldn't do it any other night of the week.
Great. You mean my Thursday night comes and I get to go to dinner with Doug and Rob? like, give me a break.
What do they want? Is it going to be a business meeting?
Doug, I'm not responding to that. I don't want to go with you to dinner.
You
I don't
just
wanna
responded then.
Yeah, I'm unavailable. I'm away.
Well, that's from.
Oh, gee, and listen, look at this. I get to give up a Thursday night, so I can go. I'll go tell Beth I'm going to go.
How about a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, at like 4 o'clock?
No,
that's like an hour or two away from your
4
your
o'clock
bedtime.
is like when I get done. Like I finally get to go home. I don't want to have dinner with you guys.
Why not?
Because I'm just not interested. Like you're the last person I want to have dinner with.
Me, really?
I mean,
Yeah, you're probably the last person I want to have dinner with.
There you
but,
go.
You know.
So what are we kidding each other?
Why are you
We're
having
kidding.
dinner
I'm kidding.
then?
Why are we having
no,
dinner?
Obviously, I'm kidding, and I know you're kidding too.
I'm not sure I am.
No, he's not kidding.
Oh, you know.
No, I love you, but I don't really
Well,
want to. I mean,
Rob knows you can't make it to the holiday party.
Yeah, so that's fine.
And he wanted to do something nice and have a nice dinner. And Don suggested that we coordinated.
Don loves to have dinner with people
and wine. Yes.
Yeah, Don loves his wine, loves his dinner. It's all special. Every night is the week is a new restaurant. I don't want that.
It's a productive meeting. We should
hot girlfriend.
It's a good way to Howard. You know that it's a good conversation comes out.
You want to do something
we
nice for me?
brainstorm stuff, and we
I
get.
don't want to brainstorm.
Do you think you got a hot girlfriend to bring her to dinner with you?
I don't. Yeah. Do something nice. Give me a free night.
Over dinner.
No. I'll go to dinner and I'll tell you how it was.
Here's what a friend does. Howard, over the vacation, I don't want to have dinner with you.
I'm not going to bother you.
That's why he's my friend. I never have dinner with him.
Well,
one time I had dinner
you
with
could respond to Rob. What am I telling Rob?
I'm not responding.
You're unavailable.
I refuse to even answer this.
Oh,
request.
like this.
Like
This is so obnoxious. You're going to ignore it.
You know what I did? I saw the email and I deleted it. And I said I'm not writing back.
Unreal. What do you want to like? Seriously, what do you want to do these days? Like, do you just want to go home and play chess?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And
Sorry.
bang Beth. No, that sounds fun,
Tell
man.
Rob
It's
to
awesome.
take up
I'd love to do
chess.
that.
If Rob and you want to play chess with me, that's fine. Then I'll sit with you all
over
night.
dinner. Okay.
Not
Yeah.
over dinner. I don't want to eat with you.
So
we'll do
we'll
it
just
on
come
the
over.
internet.
We'll talk about stuff and watch you play chess.
Oh, let's see.
That
My
is
one
awesome.
night off, I get to sit with
Can
you
we
and
put a
Rob and brainstorm.
Cool. You goof on it, but you know.
You
a
mean
lot
we'll
of good
use
comes
my
out of it.
brain and you guys will watch me storm.
All right.
Now,
Let's
have
just
you
be
guys
all
done this
complacent then. That's
before?
great.
It's not
What?
complacent.
Have you guys done this before?
We had, we did it once. We did it right when we were launching, and
That's
it was
how
a
they
good
came
dinner.
up with
We
the
went to
logo.
Noble, and it was very nice. In fact, I could pull tape, and you said you had a great dinner, and that wasn't bullshit. If it's
Listen, I'm not. Let me tell you something, buddy. I'm not complacent. I'll have a meeting anytime. I just don't need to eat dinner with you guys. Have I ever told Rob no meeting? No. I always have meetings with Rob.
So let's do an afternoon meeting over lunch.
I don't want to eat lunch.
Let's do
I
an
eat lunch
afternoon
here.
meeting.
Fine.
Okay.
You tell me the day that you need a meeting, and I'll get back to you. Don't start with dinners.
Okay. I'll tell him no
Fucking
dinner.
night tied up. I got one goddamn night to sit down and relax. Sit there with you and Rob, brainstorming. Gee, what a meal! I'll throw up.
What's the perfect night for you?
What?
These days. What's the perfect?
What's the difference
I'm
to
just
you?
I'm just curious.
He wants to spend it with you.
No, I really don't. Sal,
Doug,
I'm not
I'll tell you
no,
what.
it isn't me wanting to go to dinner. You know I'm not like that at all. You know I'm
honestly,
not like that.
What's the difference? What I like to do? That's my free time. Why
I'm
do I have to
I'm
be
just curious.
judged?
This is a
I
show
don't
where
want to be
people-
judged.
I'm not judging you. I'm just asking you a question.
I don't know what what's a nice time for me? Laying down, relaxing, getting laid, watching TV, eating a nice dinner with my girlfriend. That's it. That's
Sounds
it.
good.
How's that
I'm
sound?
just asking.
Or should I spend it with two guys who want to brainstorm? You know, well, gee, call me the crazy one.
They're not doing this over the holiday. They're doing this before you go away.
Yeah.
Right?
Catch me before I go away.
It's an open invitation, Hal. We can do it anytime you want. So if you change your mind.
All right. Just tell Rob I'll have dinner with him right after my dinner with Scott the engineer.
Oh. Okay, in 2046.
Yeah.
Pass the Worcestershire sauce.
I like being home. Just because you don't. Don't take it out on me.
Don't. That's your word. You don't know that. I love going home. I rush home every day. I do.
Okay.
I do.
I see.
Nothing better than going home. What do you know? You know nothing.
I don't know anything. You're right.
You're
right
so
again.
know nothing.
I don't know a thing.
You're
All
nuts.
right, you two, stop arguing.
Yeah.
He's happier to go home.
There's a lot of innuendos here.
How's
I
Long
don't know what he's
Island?
talking about. It's awesome. What are you talking about?
Okay, all right.
I was late for work today because I had 2 smoke detectors beeping, and I thought it was one. Pulled the batteries, and there was another one beeping.
Sounds like a great
2
life.
died in one day. I was an hour late for work because of that.
Sounds
Awesome.
fascinating.
Yes.
All right. Go have fun.
How was chess? It sounds
Great.
Like fun. Sounds like
I'm
fun.
not looking to be judged.
Okay. Well, you're judging me.
I'm not asking you to dinner. You're asking me to dinner.
No, that was something about Long Island.
I said, how's Long Island?
And I said, how's chess?
Get out of here. Why am I talking to you? You're so boring.
God, no.
All right, goodbye. Get out of here.
Bye-bye, Howard. I love
Get out of
you.
here.
You
Go
know
have a
that.
meeting with Rob over dinner. And
I
tell
will.
me what comes of it.
We'll just put a blow. You know those like standees? We'll bring a standee of you.
That's right.
Okay.
Don't be so insulted.
I'm not insulted. Rob wanted to.
All right. I'll go have dinner.
He's
with
the
you.
boss, and I'm trying to make it happen.
Who the fuck is Rob?
Rob Jacobson.
Rob Jacobson. He's the guy head of Howard TV.
Oh.
Good guy. I love the guy.
Thank him for me.
I will.
Tell him I'll have him out socially. But to brainstorm over dinner. Who needs to brainstorm? Well, let's brainstorm in a brainstorming meeting. I mean, what do I got to brainstorm and eat?
You know, meal meetings do suck because if you finish what you have to talk about before the meal, then you realize you have to eat with these people.
And not only that, guess who ends up doing all the talking? Me, and I can't eat. I sit there and talk the whole fucking time with the brainstorming. They go, Howard, you got any ideas? Yeah. Why don't you guys eat while I lay out my ideas? Cocksuckers.
Whoa.
Not you, but not Rob.
I know.
But just in
I
general.
have thick skin, Howard.
All right,
You can call
thank
me
you.
whatever you want.
A generic cocksucker.
All right, just
Yes.
you, not Rob.
Okay.
No, I don't mind you're a good guy. You're the executive producer. I love you, but to eat and brainstorm, I don't do both. I brainstorm and only under protest.
I take direction from one man.
Yeah, I'm not going
That's
to eat.
under protest.
I'm not gonna, you know what I mean, Robin? To eat and brainstorm.
May I see Mrs. Rogers?
Hey, you gotta be nuts.
A gong.
Here's a fun night.
What's a
You know that night off they give you? Where you don't have to be up early the next day? Well, we were thinking we would take up that night by eating and brainstorming. Great.
It's a nice gesture. This is how it gets.
Well,
Jeez.
Why don't you just make an appointment for a meeting?
Yeah, if
We'll do
Rob
that.
wants to go to dinner with me socially, tell him we'll go anytime. Rob wants to brainstorm, I'll brainstorm.
Okay, so how about,
I don't want to mix my brainstorming
So if
with
we
eating.
wipe the brainstorm session, we could still do dinner.
No, because it'll end
'Cause
up being
I'm there.
brainstorming.
Yeah.
You know what we could
you're
do
right.
on Howard
No,
TV?
well, I mean, is that so far-fetched?
No, don't have a
this is the guy who
brainstorm
made the
meeting.
deal and he...
Have a brainstorming meeting.
Okay.
I don't need dinner. Don likes
So
dinner.
eat before and then come to dinner and watch us eat and talk.
Okay, I got to get out of this horrible conversation with you. How do I get you out of here?
I'll just
All right,
kill
thank
my
you.
mic and
All
I'll
right,
leave. I
thanks.
get the message.
Thanks, Doug.
Thank you.
All right. It's torturing me. I mean, on your night off, do you want to brainstorm?
No.
Thank you.
I want to do heroin.
I feel like I'm trapped in a nightmare. Am I wrong, Artie? I mean, am I being an asshole?
No, you do.
I mean, seriously, be honest with me.
You're not being an asshole.
All right.
They want to have a meeting,
Yeah, listen, I'll work on Howard TV. You want to have a meeting right now? I have meetings after this show scheduled with my staff.
In fairness to Doug, there are some people who love having dinner meetings, but how long is it going to take them to figure out you're not one of those guys? Right.
Oh, another 10 years, I think.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, my
It's like-
agent hasn't figured it out either, Don. He loves to have dinner.
suggested it, huh?
He loves dinner. I sit there and I'm like,
Can we get to the business so I can get out of here?
Right. This meeting could be over in 10 minutes. Oh, we're only up to drinks. We'll order later.
People love to do that combination.
Yeah, they trap me into these dinners. I sit there for hours. And they're with their drinks. I'm like, can we order dinner? I want to eat. I've been up since 4 brainstorming. My brain has been storming all day. I can't even turn it off. My brain wants not to storm. When I drink, I don't want to brainstorm.
You just like to party.
Yeah, I just want to get wasted, forget everything.
No, don't drink too much because we still have to brainstorm.
Thursday night's my favorite night to get fucking shit-faced. Tonight, I'll be shit-faced.
Hold it, Howard. We have to brainstorm.
I want to brain sleep, Robin. I want to put the brain on hold. Somebody wrote a negative thing about Lisa G. I don't like all this negativity. I love Lisa G. Lisa G is an unbelievably hot older woman. Too bad she is a cunt.
Oh.
Lisa G is single because she is a snob and no man is good enough for that Jew princess.
Oh, dear. There's an angry guy who thinks I'll never get into her pants.
Lisa, do you want to respond to this? Lisa is here. Is no man good enough for you, the Jew princess?
Who is this guy? He thinks he's such a prize?
He thinks he's a prize. He thinks he should have Lisa G. Would you mind going out with this guy?
Yeah, teach him something or two.
What a thing to say about lovely Lisa G.
How about we have him in here just to see?
All right, I'm going to have him down here, this guy.
What's his problem? Why is he picking on me?
He's mad.
Why is he picking on me?
He had a tough day on the movie set. He's a very famous actor. No, yeah, he's picking on you. He says you could have any man because you are an attractive woman. It's just that you're not.
You're too picky.
You're too
will not
picky.
accept him.
How old is he?
It doesn't. I don't know. I don't have his MySpace
You're
account.
considering him?
No, I just want to know where he's coming from.
Yeah, well, I don't know where he's coming from.
I think you know where he's coming from.
Yeah.
So, are you too picky?
No, I'm
Have
not
you
too
ever gone
picky.
out with like a guy who?
Like who?
Yeah, I've gone out with all shapes and sizes,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Artie was speculating that he could get you.
I
What
heard
did you
that.
say the other day?
I said I could get her.
You said it wouldn't take much.
He wasn't.
I said
He'll
she's
take
like.
bets
I mean,
on
it
it.
He was
wasn't
pretty clear.
It wasn't. You don't have to interpret it to. No, I said at this point, Lisa is like a wounded gazelle.
That's it.
Around like a pride of jackals.
Is Artie right? He could get you? No way.
No, I mean, if you were a little drunk, like okay, I could be totally wrong,
Every
but I
guy
got
says the same thing. Oh, I could get her. I could do her.
Well, I mean, you know.
Well, you know what? No, I don't know.
At the party the other night, I got a vibe where if I had cornered you know, and said, "Hey, look, sweetie, it's."
Artie, you pretty much corner everyone.
You know.
Yeah, really.
He was the birthday boy. You'd have to give it up.
Yeah,
if I had thrown the old charm on you, like, you know,
Oh, really? Like what? Give me an example.
hey, sweetie, let's
Sweetie.
Let's do it.
do you have the time?
Do you really feel
the time
do you
to
really
get to know
feel
me
Lisa's attracted to you?
No, but I think for that one night, like, in other words, I think she's so frustrated right now that you could.
Who's frustrated?
I'm saying, for one night, you could get her. You know what I mean? I think.
Do you think you're projecting that you're frustrated?
No, well, I mean, yeah, but I'm saying she would probably wake up in the morning horrified. But you know, I'm not saying it would be a lasting thing, but I think
That'd be a good movie.
in one,
my
you know,
goodness.
for one night, I think I could tap you.
Wow.
Are you on heroin right now?
I wish.
And then Ronnie said something to the
Oh,
effect
let's not
that-
even go
Ronnie
there.
agrees.
Ronnie says that he
Yeah.
could get you too?
No, it was
Ronnie
horrible.
says he thinks she wants some rough bad boy.
Oh, what does he know?
Oh, he's out of his mind. I was like, what?
I think Lisa's very, very
What is he
gentle and
saying?
loving.
Yeah.
And she wants the right man.
No, yeah. Ronnie thinks she wants some guy who's going to manhandle her.
I'm not wanting anything right now.
Well, you were saying to Beth you would like to have a man.
I know. No, I said it's hard to meet someone of quality.
Right.
And then you walked over, you heard the word boyfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's where you got,
Well, what is
she wants a boyfriend.
What's your idea of quality? What are you looking for?
Obviously, it's not you.
I mean, yeah, what the fuck? I mean, so
Is
if
Artie quality?
if it's not me, what's quality?
Yes, Artie is quality. He has some issues, though, he needs to deal with. Or
Right.
else he's
He
not
is a
going to be a
good
good
guy.
partner.
Well, what about everybody has that?
Yes, but yours right now are a little extreme.
Lisa, have you ever been engaged? Did you ever like come close to getting married?
Yeah,
You did.
yeah.
Engaged.
But no, I've never been engaged, but
But you did fall
very
in love with people.
Yes.
So what went wrong? You backed out?
No,
Or they
I
backed
always
out?
say morning radio. I was married to my job.
Right.
The hours weren't easy. Look, I'm
No.
not making excuses. These were the choices I made.
But Lisa, you know, if you were really in love with a guy.
Yes, I'm sure I would have probably changed my hours. I would have done something, but these were the choices I made. And I don't look back.
Is there anyone here at work, whether they're married or not, who is quality in your mind?
Everybody is quality
Is
here.
Fred quality?
Yes.
Everybody.
I am so blessed to be working here. I say that every day.
Yeah, that's
very little validation around here. I'll take it anywhere I can get.
But that's a good question, though. Yeah, forget about
So,
it.
in other words, Fred would be marriage material for you.
If he was single.
And Jewish.
I can't
There's only
remove
one
the
super
foreskin,
Jew.
sorry.
We found that out. Yeah.
Is there anyone here that you're sort of like you'd go, wow, I'd love for him to ask me out?
No.
Is there anybody you're sort of pining away?
Jason?
No. No.
Jason.
Jason.
Who's
Jewish?
Jason?
He's
Oh, here we go.
No.
I'm telling you, Lisa, I love you and everything. We all talk about this in the office all the time. Lisa is in love with you, Howard.
I don't
She's
think
got
so.
like a crush on you.
I think
have
Gary's
good
right.
taste.
The ultimate guy, except you're not available. But when you talk about stuff, she sometimes stands at the monitor and stares at you.
I do not. I'm looking
Lisa,
at the monitor.
You have love in your eyes for him.
Oh,
What do you
stop
think?
it.
You're insane.
So
I have good taste.
you would go out with Howard. You would. He's definitely.
She said she'd go out with Fred, too.
Relationship material.
Yeah, I think Howard is. Fred is.
I'm not
Anybody
too
else
tall
on
for
that
you.
list?
I think I'm too tall for Lisa anyway.
What about Benji?
Benji, no?
I'm shaking my head.
No.
Oh, come on. Benji turned down that hooker the other day.
He's quality.
Benji has two sides to him because he's this great 𝗦𝗵cie guy. He brings his family around, his mom, his sister, his nieces, his cousins.
𝗦𝗵cie guy.
Yeah.
That's
Italian.
Right.
Okay.
And then he works
missed that
here, and I don't know who he is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, I'm going to give you a hypothetical.
He's working.
You could have a relationship with one of these three people. You got to pick one.
Okay.
Ronnie the limo driver, JD, or Richard Christie.
Richard Christie.
You would choose him.
Really?
Wow.
He is hysterical.
Really?
What about the smelly balls and all?
No, he showers. I have an exclusive interview with his girlfriend.
He doesn't shower.
He's showering.
He's bullshitting.
She never smells anything but pumpkin spice body wash on him. He's never smelly.
All right.
Isn't that
okay, here's
creepy?
your next one.
Oh, okay.
You got to become the lover of one of these men. Scott, the engineer, John Hine, or Jason.
John Hine.
John Hine wins. Hands down.
Who's second?
Jason.
See?
You don't want to hear about Scott Turnian?
Fuck
Scott
everyone.
is just always in a bad mood.
Nah.
I couldn't live with something like that.
Right.
Something.
Yeah. Right, the black cloud, that's what I mean.
All right. Now, here's the toughest one I'm going to ask you, and this is the last one. This is the toughest
Fuck
one I'm gonna
everyone.
ask you. Jason,
Exactly.
Benji, or JD?
Jason.
All right.
At least he's taking care of his problems.
He's unmedicated.
Yeah,
He
he's
is. Would you like a
medicated.
happy pill?
All right. You ready?
But what about
Ronnie the limo driver, High Pitch Eric, or a dog? You have to marry a dog.
Dog.
A dog would win.
Lisa,
You're back, Greg. Where have you been?
I've been working on a project.
Really?
Special assignment.
Did you like my choices? They didn't say your name. I would have said you.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I was going to ask you, is there anyone up here, who's appealing to you? Because you pretty much shot everyone down.
No, I did not.
Besides Howard and Fred.
Well, he's super Jew.
You put all the options within all three.
Well,
of them.
because it's like working with brothers. So,
So you think of everyone more in context of a friend.
yeah, as brotherly and co-workers.
what
And I
about
did
Howard?
pick Jason.
Crazy from that. Yeah, because
Reluctantly picked me.
That's what I mean.
Reluctantly.
She seemed to reluctantly pick everyone besides Howard.
Yeah,
And Fred, maybe.
that was a long pause, and quite frankly, I was up against Scott, so. And I'll pick second behind. What was I pick second behind?
I don't know, John
Hine.
Hine.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I'll take it. Don't get me wrong. At least it's a piece
You
of
know,
ass.
it's funny. I picked.
Take your shit, get out. I'm in a bad
Everybody's
mood.
in a bad
Get out.
mood. You
I'm
take
always
your
in the
shit
bed.
and get out.
I couldn't live with something like this.
Yeah.
So don't come into my studio.
Get
Don't
out.
bother me anymore. Hang out with Richard Christie.
Right.
Wow. Come out of there.
I
Oh
know.
no! Now Scott won't talk to Lisa anymore.
Everyone's breaking
Now
up.
I'm in a bad mood. Now I'm really in the bad
Breaking up
mood.
with me. Wait,
Stay out of our studio.
studio. The tables have been turned.
I know.
The diner is closed to you.
Wait.
Hang out in the smelly ballroom.
Yeah.
Now, what about this Artie Lang guy?
Richard, I picked
He's a swinging
you.
bachelor.
Come here. Everyone, look, I got kicked out of Scott's studio.
I'm honored. Thank you.
Welcome.
Pick Richard. She's seen his dick so many times. I guess she wants a piece of it.
Yeah, it's a nice looking one, isn't it?
Ronnie, hold on, Ronnie the jokester.
Scott's studio.
Oh no, he got very upset.
Yeah,
because
he
you
said I
didn't
called
pick
him a thing.
Oh.
Robin, now you're taken, but who would you advise Lisa to date?
Who would I? I'm not taken, first of all. But who would I advise Lisa today? I'm still trying to get you.
Yeah, no.
What about Greg?
That's what I said.
What about
You
Greg?
had your shot on you, and you sold me out, Robin.
I sold you out?
Yeah, you said you were just throwing a diversion tactic.
Well, I had to say that on the air.
Whoa. What do you think this is? This is Howard TV.
But I'm talking to you now, so now I'm diverting from somebody else.
So maybe you're not taken.
I'm not taken. Who's taking me?
Okay.
She's married to Howard.
It rhymes with quarantine.
Oh, please. Put in a word.
We'll just call him Jimmy F.
I think that you'll be reviewed favorably.
Yes, good
Greg.
Greg,
Here's
you gotta go hit that.
I know.
Give me the camera.
Here's Benji.
She's
You
hot to
maybe
try. I
have
think you
to?
get her in
No, I
the
don't
booth
hate
right
you.
now.
This is a very good way for you to keep it secret, so I appreciate that.
Oh, there you go. See, that's what I mean.
Oh, you're the home wrecker that broke up Ben and Sheila?
No.
But you have
said
told
nice
me,
things to her.
Lisa has told me I'm one of the handsomest or most handsome, whichever you prefer, guys here.
That's not what I said.
What'd you say?
Do you have a headache?
Yeah, are you hiding your sweat?
I'm hiding my hair.
No, I said you have beautiful blue eyes.
You've said that you've talked to experts, and the experts said
Yeah, the expert said, yes.
that I am the most handsome guy here.
I don't remember the exact quote, but they loved your blue eyes.
All right, well.
But he's elusive, though, Lisa, right? There's two
He
sides to him.
he is the greatest guy. He brings around his family. We laugh, and then you cannot have a conversation with him.
Converse, we'll talk.
You cannot talk.
I can talk.
You cannot.
I'm a great.
I cannot have a conversation with you.
I'm actually a great conversation. I guarantee you, and this is not because I want to. Yeah, I guess I do want to prove something. I guarantee you, if we went out to eat, not a date, but if we had an approach for a friendship and we sat and ate, we'd have a wonderful conversation.
Do you believe him?
I think that when you're trying to do whatever it is you're trying to do, you should put your armpit down. I think exposing your armpit is really odd.
I just hate how I'm going bald.
No, it's more odd. It's just more odd Benji behavior. Like put your arm down.
I forgot my hat today.
And just, I think if you guys went out to dinner, seriously, I think if you guys went out to dinner as a friendship, and normal Benji showed up, you'd have a great time.
But he never shows up.
No, when you said on the air, I laughed. I go, that's the story of my life. There's this one guy who's like really normal, and then this other guy shows up to work who I don't always entirely know.
That's you.
So let's
frustrating.
Let's go out for a friendship dinner sometime, okay?
Okay.
Who's paying?
I'll pay. I'll cover it.
Really?
No, yeah, of course.
I've walked home with Benji before.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. That was pretty normal.
That's more bad.
But you know what I'm saying.
Got our own version of J-Day right here.
I want to go on a friendship dinner with you too.
I would like to do that. I would go on a friendship dinner. Maybe we should go out to dinner one night.
I would love to.
Maybe we should go out to dinner one night when we just
happen to be in the same bar.
act normal.
Guy talk.
Yeah.
And with you, it'll be guy and
Maybe
girl
if you bring some cigarettes, we can get some hookers.
John Hines here. John Hines on the wrap-up show at 11 o'clock. And also, the guy who owns the website, what was that again? Jump the Shark.
I no longer own the website.
You used to own it.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. What else? What are you going to be doing on the wrap-up show?
Lisa G had some tough choices to make when she came in to read her headlines this morning. We'll see how everyone here is feeling about Lisa's choices.
Everyone was speculating about Lisa after this. Gary told me out in the halls. And there are guys here who think Lisa might be a virgin.
No.
Do you know that?
Stop it.
Do you know that people think that?
I know it's been floating around.
Yeah.
Really?
The thing is that...
3 theories.
3 theories. Go ahead, give the 3 theories.
One of the theories is that Lisa's a virgin. One of the theories is that you can count Lisa's sexual partners her entire lifetime on one hand and have fingers left over. And the other theory is that Lisa has not had sex since she's been at Sirius.
Wow. Whose theories are these?
Everyone. I got to tell you, Lisa gets a lot of guys talking to the office because she got a smoking hot body and stuff, and we don't know anything about her. She doesn't tell you a thing about her, so now everybody just sits around and speculates.
Well, why do you speculate? Well, let's ask.
We do, but she never
There's some work going on.
Yeah, why is no one working? Why are they all talking about Lisa?
Well, this is turning into work.
Like, after she came out of the studio, we were talking about some of this on camera, and I said, she goes, I want to know, when was the last time I got laid? I said, I'm never going to ask you that. Have you had sex since you've been in Sirius? She's like, I'm not going to answer that. So now it just makes us talk more.
Right.
Well, who would she have banged? She doesn't seem to be going with anybody.
She meets guys. She has an outside life.
But how do you know that?
I mean, what do you mean, how do I know that? I mean, I don't know that she's had sex, but I imagine if she wanted it, she could get it.
Well, that's the whole point. We imagine that she could have a life, but nobody knows anything about it, and she never talks about it.
She might be asexual.
That's what we were sort of saying.
Yeah.
She has those cookie parties every year. She has friends.
The cookie parties are all chicks and gay dudes.
Fred, you were asexual for many years. Do you sense that she's asexual?
No.
You do not?
I think she's particular.
Right.
That I think.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Can understand that, John. I don't know why you try to say she's not. All right. What else?
Well, we'll continue that debate. Plus, hearing the stuff from the mail.
Does anyone here think Lisa could be a virgin?
No.
I don't.
I doubt that.
She said she was almost engaged. Do you think she was saving herself for marriage then?
Howard, Julie's in here. He made a point. He says she's the only person he knows that went to hedonism and didn't get laid.
Yeah, but have you seen those people at hedonism?
There are people who point out that Lisa G eats lunch by herself every day.
Oh.
They do. They tell me that.
They do? They
Yeah.
say she eats lunch by herself?
Where is she? I'm going to ask her why she eats lunch by herself. Like there's nobody to eat lunch with.
How about the last?
What?
The last 3 years. Would you easily believe that she's not had
I
sex?
could believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could believe that.
How many years back would you go and say?
3 years. I could believe that Lisa might not have had sex for 3 years.
Would you go 10 years?
No.
No, I won't.
Okay.
I won't go 10 years.
I mean, the woman is, how old is she?
And Lisa's, I don't know. I don't ask.
Nobody asked, and let's not bring that up, Artie.
It's got to be in her late 30s at least. That's all I'm saying.
Late 30s.
Hey, JD.
I think she's on her way in.
Good. And in Lisa's defense, JD went to hedonism and he didn't get laid either.
He tried.
He tried, though. Lisa, do you want to address any of this? I'm curious, actually. Now I'm kind of caught up in this. What about the 3 accusations? Number 1, that you're a virgin. Are you?
No.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know what the big deal is. I told everyone I'm taking a break.
You are? You said that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
She's far from a virgin. She slept with black guys.
Oh, stop it.
No,
Artie.
she didn't.
You slept with Mrs. Butterworth.
Did she? Why are you saying that she slept? You don't know anything about
I
it.
thought that was a thing we said.
No, she worked at Black Radio.
I did.
Well, you're making a big deal about it.
I am not.
Yes, you are. You went, whoa, no, I didn't. Whoa.
When you said you were taking a break, when did the break start 3 years ago?
No, I'm just taking a break. I'm leading my life. That's what I told you.
Yeah. So how
So
long?
what is the why?
This is not me. I don't spend a minute thinking about this.
So what's so hard about a single woman being okay with being single?
The people
What
feel
is
you're,
the big deal?
I don't. But why take an intentional break then?
I'm just taking a break.
Did something
I'm just
bad
leaving
happen?
No, see, that's the thing. Why does it have to be?
Because you're taking
Why
a break.
are you taking a break? I mean, why aren't you just seeing what happens? That's the question.
Why you're officially stating you're taking a break? That's a big
Right,
deal.
like I'm not
Something that
doing a
implies
online dating service.
When did the break start?
I don't even know.
Oh my God, I would know. If I stopped seeing women for a while,
you don't remember.
You never hear me say I'm taking a break
I've
from women.
never heard you taking a break.
If a woman comes along, my break is over.
When's the last
Just at the end of the summer.
Oh, so
At the end of the summer.
So within the last 3 years, you've had a romance.
Yeah, I've been dating.
But have you had romance?
What do you mean by that? Like, has she slept with someone?
Well, I don't want to be. I don't want to be too.
Yes, you do. Romance. Has she made out with someone?
No, I mean more than that.
Have you been invaded?
Have you
Kind
been
of like you going in your cookie closet?
Yes.
Have
Is
you
everything
had a
effectual?
romantic relationship with a man?
Yes, I have.
In the last 3 years.
Yes, I have.
Oh, you have. Okay,
Yes.
so the break isn't that long.
She said it's the end of the summer.
Okay,
just taking a
All right.
fall break.
Why are people?
Can I just tell you, when she said that, collectively, 7 guys out here just went bullshit.
Why? Why? She can certainly get men.
Why isn't that possible?
Why? Well, you know she can get men. There's obviously enough of you guys
you
interested.
guys all want her.
No, we see.
No, they're just talking. They're just talking.
They're angry guys.
This all started because we said in the time that we've been at Sirius, there's probably been 5 or 6 events. It was the Howard birthday party, the engagement party, the Artie party, and
Howard birthday.
And Lisa's never shown up with a dude.
I haven't been invited.
No, you were invited to my party.
You were invited to my
Artie's party. You were invited to Artie's party, certainly.
You're at the Artie
Right.
party.
Well, I'm not married, and I'm not seriously involved with someone, so I wouldn't just take a date.
Right.
You wouldn't take a date. You wouldn't.
Gary's got
No.
that I don't believe her smile on his face.
Somebody who sort of speaks for the office is on his way in.
All right, let's hear.
God.
Let's
Here
get
we
it out in
go.
the open. Go ahead, Will. What do you want to know?
Yes.
No, I don't believe her that she's had sex since she's been in Sirius. And
Why?
it's not a matter
But
that
why
she
do you
can't get a guy.
believe it?
Because she's just kind of
Do you want her to
sexless.
take a lie detector?
I'm sexless. I'm at work. What
She's
am I
not
supposed
gonna
to be
She's not running
doing?
around coming on to
You know,
people.
this-
Every time I ask her what she does
That's
on the
unfair.
weekend, it's like, oh, I'm hanging out with a friend, a female friend, or, I got a cello concert or some kind of whatever she
My life
does.
you're describing.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what are you talking about?
Right.
There's never
I'm not
a
gonna tell
dude.
you.
You play the fiddle, right?
She's
I
not
play
gonna
the
talk to-
violin.
She's not going to talk to you about
But
it.
that's fine, but she's so uptight about sex in
not
general.
uptight.
She
You
doesn't
know
want to
what?
talk to you.
I bet Lisa, much like me, you have no idea what Will's sex life is all about, do you?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but you don't question whether I have sex, which
I do.
everyone
Why
else in
not?
this office
Just
does.
because they're
Believe me.
I do.
I questioned for years if Fred had
the
sex.
world
That's
is
true.
so lopsided.
But I really don't think about whether you have sex or not, or whether you. When you said you had a girlfriend,
How
that
do
was
you-
because I have a
getting engaged,
girlfriend.
How do you
But I
girls-
was shocked because I don't care about your life.
How do you girls, and Robin,
Thank you, Robin.
I'm lumping Robin in with this too, because she's been known to do this whole, kind of take a break thing. How do you girls live without it? I mean, I don't think you're really taking a break. If a hot guy comes along and wants you, your break is officially over.
Yeah, that's when you know it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's kind of lame to say I'm taking a break.
Let me ask you a question,
I mean,
Robin,
you're not taking, you're taking a
and Lisa. Does it take a really special guy to make that logjam burst, though?
no.
Let me put it to you this way: the other night at my party, if I sashayed over to her and whispered in her ear, "Break over,"
Oh, yes.
break would be over.
You know what? I take
No,
a break.
I found a lot of hot chicks take a break for me, and I don't know about it.
I mean, I take a break about 4 minutes after I finish, and then I'm back. I'm back done with my break.
It's weird to make a conscious
Women
decision
are
like I'm
wired
taking a
differently.
break.
Wait a
They
minute.
really
Men
are.
and women are wired differently.
No.
Yes, absolutely.
Not really.
And it takes an emotional toll on a woman. You guys don't care about your
Ask Sal.
emotions. And we don't like going through that all the time. So sometimes you have to take a break just so you feel like doing that again.
Is there a guy you dated named Alan? He says he's on the phone.
Yes, it is. I talked to this guy before.
Oh, really? Oh, this is not.
She doesn't want to talk to him.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't want to talk. She don't want to talk. I can tell. I
But-
coined the
That
phrase,
must have been a
Robin.
bad scene.
Men are from Mars and women are from Venus.
Who is this guy?
He shows up at your event as security, and he's not.
Oh.
Just put it that way.
Boy,
okay?
Lisa, no wonder you took a break from men.
See what happens out there? Men are crazy.
𝗛𝐿𝘄𝗿𝗍.
No, I didn't hear from him for 3 years until I started to work here. It's it's disingenuous, and he's not worth it.
He had a funny story about Lisa, though, about how she would always make him put on a seatbelt when they rode together. It was like having a mom
But
as
that's
your
nice.
girlfriend.
But you, what
I
do
make
you
Beth
mean?
put on a seatbelt.
Yeah.
I always say to anyone in the car, put a seatbelt on.
A girl you just met, you want to be henpecked like that? The
That's
first time you meet her?
Anyway, she's thinking
He's a
about
jerk.
it.
You just met the guy. You're telling him to put on a seatbelt?
At this point,
Oh,
you could
yuck.
get a ticket for the front seat
geez.
passenger.
Yeah, thank you,
not
Governor
being-
Corzine. Go ahead, next.
Being belted in.
But at my size, Dana would say, try to put a seatbelt.
I dare you.
Well, look, it's none of my business, and I wish you luck.
You know what, Lisa? Welcome to my world. They're constantly and endlessly
It's
fascinated
not fair
by
because
any
you would
woman in the office.
You would never do this to a married guy or have
Sure I
Steve
would.
Langford in the same position. Do you have sex with your wife? How come you don't?
Oh,
you know,
all the
whatever.
time.
Howard asked
No,
him.
you don't.
Yes, he did. He asked him about his
What?
penis, and he won't answer the question.
That's not the same
Lisa, I
thing.
asked
John
you.
Hein
But
doesn't
he's taken
masturbate.
care of because he has a wife. If you had a husband or a boyfriend, this would all go away because they would assume everything.
Yeah, that's fine. Exactly. But she
I don't
doesn't.
care.
Why does it bother you that a woman doesn't?
Well, it's not a woman. I talk to Lisa every day. We talk to her. She's always in the office, so
Yeah.
these things come up.
They do?
Yeah.
So you don't even care what I'm doing on the weekend. You're just prying.
I ask you every weekend, and it never involves a dude.
But you're still trying to figure out whether it will involve a dude. You're waiting for that day.
No, the question wasn't.
Yeah, but what woman ever walks into a room and goes, "Oh, this weekend I'm getting banged hard"?
She never said, I went on a
Girls
date.
don't talk like that.
I'm excited about this guy I'm going out with. You never
She's
hear
not
any
going to
of
talk
that.
to you idiots like that.
Yeah.
You got to meet a guy, Philip.
No, great. We get to hear about our cookie parties instead.
You're not invited. December 8th, by the way.
You're having another
so
cookie party?
Funny. They're just obsessed.
Right.
I don't care.
She
Hate
does have
you
a hot
all.
body, though.
Hate you. All right, Lisa, thank
Okay.
you. And you're doing a great job as a reporter. And
Oh,
that's what
thank
counts.
you.
You know, I really don't care what your sex life is. I mean, I do, but I try to act like I don't. All right.
Could I just
Yes.
add one piece of information?
All right. Sure.
She called me up a couple days ago from recital, and she's like, "Hey, you want to hear some cello?" And if somebody says that to me, they're not getting laid. That's all I'm saying. If one of your buddies says you want to hear some cello, you're like,
It's never happened.
Exactly.
All right. Well, good for you, Lisa G, who plays the cello.
Thank you. I have a life, and now I feel badly about it.
Oh, you don't have to. Don't worry.
You lead your life, woman.
And remember, Artie's always there for you.
I ain't going nowhere.
That's pretty obvious.
You guys wish that every woman was so desperate she'd have to come in and say, "I'm just banging anybody because I can't
don't.
find a guy."
Exactly.
I
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John Hein and Gary 𝗏𝗏𝗏. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Sal Governale, and on Monday's wrap-up show, we discuss my past family life, all the crazy things that I've been through, and we also discuss, could I possibly pull off a Ponzi scheme without my wife knowing? It got pretty crazy, but then, of course, old fart Grandpa Ronnie Mund had to stroll into the room, for lack of a better word, and take over talking about his red carpet shenanigans. Who the fuck would want that old bastard on a red carpet? I don't know. See for yourself.
So, G-Man, Howard was talking today about, Robin, I think, brought up the Ruth Madoff story, and they both said that she was completely unaware of what was going on with her husband, Bernie Madoff, and I guess he brought you in to illustrate how sometimes a wife can be unaware of what's going on with the husband, meaning your mom, and what was going on with your dad.
Right.
Is it difficult for you to talk about those times when you're talking about how you were brought up and dealing with both families?
When I was younger, it was really difficult. I didn't speak to anybody about it. It was more embarrassing that other people made me aware of my father's other lifestyle.
But I find it weird even now. Like, where's your dad now?
He's home now, but he's leaving. Well, he just came back from Sicily.
But how long was he there?
For about 6 months.
And so what? But your mom's here, right?
Right.
So what is he doing in Sicily for 6 months?
We don't ask. But
no, really.
He's working on shipping wine in, and he says it's actually coming here. I saw him yesterday. He said it's coming here, I think, on the 11th of November. He has a whole container of wine coming in. So he's getting involved in the wine distributorship business.
Yeah, you gave me a bottle of wine 2 years ago. You go, my father's getting in the wine business, and that's the last I saw of it.
That's the last I saw of it as well. I think my father hooked up with a wine guy. He got a few bottles of wine. He's in the wine business. I certainly hope that's the case, because he's been pressing this wine for the past 2 years, and now this container of wine is supposedly coming in.
Now, do you think most wives are unaware of what their husbands are up to?
No, not most. I don't know. I think it's important to stay on top of your spouse, on top of your husband or wife. You know, I wish I would have in the past a little bit more.
Literally.
Yeah, both. Man, it's important to stay on top of your spouse.
No, but that's not the question.
Our wives,
especially of our parents' generation.
Definitely not. Definitely. I don't think, my mother did her thing. My dad did his thing. He went to work. She stayed at home, took care of the kids in the house, and that was that. A lot of times my dad would come home and go, I have to go to Arizona this weekend. He would just leave for Arizona.
And your mother would never say why?
He'd go to open up a business.
What kind of business? Or did it ever get that far?
I don't think it did a lot of times. We went to Sicily one time. We're driving. I'm in Naples. My dad, we puts us all in the car. He goes, we have to go visit my cousins in Sicily. We're driving like for 6 hours. We get on the boat, then we go over the bridge, and we're driving. All of a sudden, he stops. There's this huge rock. He reaches underneath it, pulls out a garbage bag, puts it in the trunk, and keeps going. Nobody in the car says a word. We just know not to. It's just weird like that.
Now, do you think in your relationship, I mean, we've been down the 143 road. I don't want to go there, but do you think, do you make Christine aware of everything that you're doing? I'm not talking about cheating or anything like that, but I mean more like, work stuff or, if you're going away or whatever. Like, does she want to keep tabs on where you are?
In the beginning, I did a lot, but, now I come home and she's like, what happened today at work? And I said, nothing. It's just the same old thing. And she says, why do you get so uptight when I ask you about work? I go, because if I bring something up, we're going to get into an argument and you don't know the whole story. And
But what do you mean? What would you argue about at work?
Well, let's say like my sex life sucks, something like that. And
but I mean, when she says what on her work today, you'd say, oh, we had this comedian on. She used to be on Last Comic Standing. She's pretty funny. She did the roast. You don't.
Yeah, somewhat, but I'm tired. I don't want to talk. I've been talking all day. I've been working all day.
No, you're just tired of talking to her.
Well, I'm not. Yeah,
but you are.
Maybe a little bit. So, it got to the point because I don't bring up your work anymore because you don't want to talk about it.
And do you say to her, what'd you do all day?
No.
Does she tell you about her day anyway?
Yeah, I do ask her from time to time. We do talk about it. But what am I going to hear? She went to Target. She bought bottled water. She stopped, got her hair done. She was, talking to her girlfriends.
I got to tell you, we sit at the dinner table every night, and it's not like I'm like, the teacher, like, what did you do? What did you do? I'll be like, Lucas, what'd you do today? Oh, school. I go, Mary, what did you do today? She says, I went to the gym, and I did this, and I did that. And
I do ask the
Jack
questions.
says who was on the show, and that's what you do at dinner, I think.
We do that at dinner. I do ask the questions, but there's really, after being with somebody for close to 20 years, it's pretty much the same monotonous routine. So I always ask, and we certainly share a lot of things together, and we talk about our friends and things that are going on. But I mean,
the question is, could you pull off a Ponzi scheme with your wife not knowing about it?
No, I couldn't. Not with her. No, she's well aware of my schedule. She does. She puts my schedule together as far as the
well. In this case, it wasn't Bernie Madoff's schedule. He had a regular schedule. It's just what he was doing while he was there.
That's right.
I certainly couldn't pull it off. No. We're certainly in tune and in touch with each other as far as I know.
Hey, Ronnie, I see you over there. Are you doing Good Day LA or what?
I don't know.
Where did this come from?
Munfan Network.
What do you mean? A guy tweeted that, hey, Ronnie should do
this
Good
guy
Day
runs
LA?
a thing called Munfan Network, all promotion about Ronnie Mund.
What does that mean, though? It's like a website?
On Twitter.
Is this officially sanctioned by you, or
I don't give? Listen, I don't give a shit what he does. He puts shit up all. No, what are you talking about? Money? What do you? Right away, everything's for money with you. What are you?
The funny thing is,
about?
when Ronnie says he doesn't give a shit, his world that is officially sanctioned.
Are you okay with it though?
It's so stupid.
Some
of the stuff
Do
he
you
puts
follow
up
it?
though. Well, it's on my page, so I see it.
Well, what are some of the other things
Like
you
some
think
of the
she should do?
Like here's some of the I could get on there right now probably because I'm sure he heard that, he was mentioned on the show. There'll be like 10 in a row.
Of what?
Hey, Leonardo DiCaprio, put Ronnie Mund in your next movie. Hey, Donald Trump, make Ronnie Mund the judge at the Miss America pageant.
all right? So he's spreading the word.
Hey, NASCAR. You make Ronnie a grand marshal at your next race, shit like that.
So he said, "Hey, Jillian, put Ronnie on."
Right.
So in other words, you're not booked at all.
Pretty much booked.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not booked.
But you are booked to walk the red carpet.
Oh, that's got nothing to do with him.
And what is that? You're walking the red carpet for Fox, you said?
Yeah, for UFC, the launch of UFC on Fox, November 12th.
And they're flying you first class?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
Is it because like you have another thing coming up?
Yeah, I got
or
something.
I
have something going on with them, and the guy who's putting the UFC thing together is also the guy who's
part of
putting
that
my thing.
This is cool. Like, this is like a soft launch of Ronnie.
Yeah.
Like, Ronnie's coming here, but not promoting anything, but just people get to know Ronnie for when he's got his big gig.
Need to be seen on the red carpet. So what's your plan?
As far as what?
You're just going to stroll down? You got to have you got to have a game plan going in.
What kind of game plan? I just walk and do the usual me.
Gary, you're a red carpet veteran. What advice can you give Ronnie?
Give me some advice.
Usually when you're on the red carpet, usually they're asking about the show, so just be ready for questions. I always try to figure out how I'm going to handle anything I don't want to talk about.
I'll tell them to fuck
like
off.
when Howard's contract was up, but I went to the McCartney
I was
thing.
going to say, your plan for the red carpet is to tell them to fuck off?
Well, if I don't like what they're asking me, no, I won't say it. No, I'm only kidding.
Well, that's got to be exciting getting flown out to L.A., walking the red carpet.
Yeah, it's exciting. I'm all hyped up about it.
Are you bringing your girlfriend?
No, she can't go. She's got to work.
Don't you think? I can't see Jillian not having him. I know there are two other people and others in the decision-making process.
Oh, then he put up one also that I should be on Jimmy Kimmel. You know, hey Jimmy, he's coming out to L.A. You should put him on the show. You know,
Jimmy could probably work into a bit, but I don't think he could book you as a guest. Yeah. I think that, believe it or not, Good Day L.A., they have like authors and actors on, and I know Jillian could do 8 minutes with Ronnie in her sleep, but I don't know if she could talk the rest of the people, the producers, into putting you on.
Right. Yeah. Hey,
you got any other plans while you're out there?
I'm going to see some friends. Because mostly I got just one thing going on and then the UFC thing. So I'm getting out there on Thursday, so I'll have some free time and see some friends out there.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, it's Gary 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, we talked to Benji, because Benji brought in his new friend, his girl that he's in love with, that wanted to perform. So we talked about how wacky Benji was acting. He couldn't eat breakfast. He hung around all day doing her sound check. Then we all tried to give advice, and JD even stepped in to give advice on how not to be a friend to a girl. Here's what happened.
We've got plenty to talk about. 𝗛𝗏 Jordana, we got to finally meet after a lot of hype from Benji, and there's very strong reaction. Some people feel that she's using him. Some people feel that Benji knows this and doesn't care, and everyone thinks he's holding out the banger, except Benji, who says that that's not necessarily the case. But, Gary, it's pretty obvious that that is the case, don't you think? He's just smitten. I mean,
he doesn't see it, and we've all been in that position. But he's like, no, even if, she never sleeps with me, this is somebody I could be around with the rest of my life. But I think we all sort of know in a year she'll be gone. She'll be with the chick he brought to the Christmas party, wherever she ended up. That is who is the greatest person ever and really a sweet girl, and we're going to be friends forever.
But will they remain friends? And I ask that because Marianne, who's been calling in all the time lately, his friend Marianne, they're still friends, and Benji's kind of went through this period with her.
I like that Marianne calls in, by the way, because we get nothing out of Benji. So she tells us what's going on, and I love when
Booker in the cat suit.
Yeah, well, not only that was funny too, but even like saying how Benji used to always talk to her, and Benji wanted to have sex with her, which of course we know because we're men.
Now, and Will, maybe you should come down to talk about this, or Jason. How crazed was Benji leading up to this appearance?
Oh, here's a good one. Doug comes to me, Doug Goodstein from TV, and he says, we order Benji's breakfast every morning. He's never missed breakfast ever. He didn't come in until after she was done to get his breakfast because he was too nervous to eat.
I know Will said that he had sent some notes about her, which makes sense doing the research, but he was
sending out yesterday. He sent out a whole bunch of links to her songs and videos.
Got that. Then he was hanging around here doing her sound check. Then he was walking her around the station. Went on Jenny Hutt's show to promote that she was going to be on this show, which, again, I said, I don't know whether Jenny Hutt has, 5 listeners or 5 million. It doesn't matter. He got to throw her in front of a microphone, and that looks really important.
Is the payoff going to be there, though, for him? He got her. He did all that. He got her on Howard's show. She got to play a couple of songs. The interview went well. Will he close?
The thing is,
I've been down this road a couple of times, and I'd say, mostly it doesn't work, but every once in a while, you get somebody on an off night. They're vulnerable and maybe had a little bit to drink, and they get to the sort of like, you're a good guy. Maybe
You're saying a fuck of convenience?
Well, they give it a try because they really do like you as a person. And then it's just ugly for everybody. It's just they realize they don't like you. Now they fucked you. How do they get out of your life? It's uncomfortable for all involved.
Now, Will Murray, I saw you trying to research this guest yesterday, and Benji wouldn't leave your side, it seemed, like all afternoon.
I know. Typical Benji. Typical Benji is the one time you actually want to talk to him, he's not here, right?
Oh, I know. We're waiting for him.
Yeah, he's just, he was a pain in the ass with the notes. He had to constantly look over my shoulder, make sure everything was explained the way he wanted it. He was very worried about how she'd be perceived on the show, and actually how he would be perceived on the show.
What do you mean by how he would be perceived?
Well, the whole ambient story that she told a little bit today, he didn't want that to seem like he was some kind of like
date
raper. Yeah, which I think he is a little bit.
So she was going out on the dates, and he was just tagging along, right? With the
Ambien
and
then feeding her drugs before the date as well.
And by the way, Robin brought this up. She said that was like what Nixon used to do. When Nixon met his wife, who wasn't his wife, he met her in college, and he was madly in love with her the way Benji is. And so he used to chauffeur her on her dates, like drive her to her dates, and just figured he'd hang around. Again, this is the whole Al Roker thing. But to me, the vision of Benji 3 tables away on her date is super creepy.
Yeah, the whole thing was bizarre.
Passing out, by the way.
And her too.
Yeah,
because she'd been drugged.
Again, I think we kind of flew past that. I know she's an adult and Benji didn't force anything on her, but the fact that he was recommending she take drugs either before her date or before her appearance on the show is so creepy. And who had the Ambien? Was it just lying around? Like, I don't know. To me, that was a fascinating part of the story. But clearly, they're both crazy, and that's why you can make fun of Benji all you want. But a girl that would let Benji sit 3 tables away while she's on a date is equally as crazy as Benji is for doing it. So I don't know what is going on over there.
So you don't think she's just a happy, fun-loving spirit, and they connected, and they're Skyping, and
there was nothing fun-loving that came off. I mean, she was great. I'm not putting her down. She was good on the show, and she was a performer. But no, she didn't come off like a happy, fun-loving person to me at all.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like a traveling party.
Yeah. She seemed kind of like a downer, to be honest.
And I wouldn't exactly describe her as asexual either.
No. She's very sexual.
Stories.
No, she's very. I mean, another one of her great lines today was when I told the story about how she went to Rick's, and Ronnie said that she'd been at Rick's a bunch of times, and she goes, "Oh yeah, they have great lobster. Like you can't get lobster anywhere else in New York City but Rick's."
Hi, Benj.
And by the way, have you ever had bad lobster?
Exactly.
It's lobster.
By the way, for everyone, we are fully in the vortex. But I think it
we
makes
started
sense
without you
to go
That's
there.
okay. I don't mind.
How did you feel
That's what he
after?
wants.
So she finally came in. We all got to meet her. She got to perform. But I thought I heard you say you felt a little sad after this was all over today.
Yeah, I go back and forth on it. On because like I said on the show, sometimes it's just so much fun to be around her, and sometimes it does get a little sad. So
there was a lot going on.
Plus, I was really tired. Like we didn't get a lot.
But
of
also, I mean, to be a little mean, like you might have felt sad because you've now gone to the pinnacle of where she can use you. Meaning you. I mean, where do you go from here?
No, I listen. It's been the same way for weeks, and
No, but this was sort of a build-up. I understand where Jason's coming. Like this was a big thing. Like this was the kind of thing where you'd hope after you get on, maybe even not today, maybe tonight. Yeah. She goes, "Wow,
this doesn't get you laid."
I don't have any fantasy of that happening now. I listen. I'm fat now. If I met a girl as heavy as me, but had as a good-looking face as me, I would say, look, you got to lose weight.
Do you think if you lost that weight, like you're saying, and you're in your ideal shape, do you think that would make a difference? Because it sounded to me like today, it's not going to happen with her.
All right. Well, I actually tweeted this recently. The great thing about being fat is you always have hope.
But do you
Once
think it's
I lose all the weight and there's this?
But do you think it's only a weight thing? That's the only thing between you and her?
I think no. I don't know. I really don't.
Howard asked point blank would you bang Benji?
Right.
And she didn't say no,
Right.
but she gave the, well, if there was a nuclear war kind of, like, she was giving the excuses.
She gave
like,
the being nice answer.
Do you
Yeah.
think that would really work?
Well, it seemed like you got the sort of, not that good looking, but a great personality.
No, I know.
rap.
Like, I knew when I pitched that as a, hey, to have her on, I was just talking to Greg about this. Like, there's three things going on. One, did I want to get her on the show and, like, help my friend out and impress her? Absolutely. Did I want to get her music out there? But I thought the premise of, is she saying she's asexual? I knew she might have been just being nice to me, or I thought that it was interesting either way.
No,
like,
no.
If she's really asexual, that's interesting.
No, what you really wanted to do was smoke out the truth.
Well,
seriously, I know. I mean, you wanted to get, put her on the spot to get to the truth to say, is she asexual or is she just not interested in you?
No, but I thought either way it makes it a real interesting
to you, especially.
Yeah. But it started to come out in the last couple weeks anyway.
So do you look at her any differently after today?
I'm very impressed by her because I know she's as great as a performer she is, as talented as she is. She's hardly done any like solo radio on herself. Well, solo is herself, but like, and I know she was incredibly nervous. Like, I know she's incredibly good, but was also incredibly nervous. So I'm really impressed by her, overcoming her fears and like doing that.
That was another thing that I found really, really interesting right from when you pitched her at the meeting. I think she's very talented, but we've had many talented people cross through here.
Right.
I've never seen you so like into it. And first of all, even when she was playing today, you didn't even know the TV show was doing cutaway shots of you like bopping and so.
I really do like her music. So
I think you really like her.
We can tell.
I do. I really like her too, but I really like her music also.
JD, what advice would you have for Benji?
I was also bopping like when Lady Gaga was in.
Not like this.
I don't know. I don't even know. Like, if he's okay with them being just friends, then I'll let him do his thing, whatever.
But it seems like he wants.
Hold on. But if he's looking, if he even thinks he's dreaming of a little something more, I think he should just stop.
Well, no,
because you're really hurting yourself.
I get that, and like you said, like I don't think she will meet someone better than me. I don't think that she'll meet someone better than me.
I had this conversation. with him during the break.
I don't mean better than. I'm saying that will make her happy.
She won't meet.
She'll be happy. Like, have a better emotional.
She won't meet somebody.
But maybe I'm wrong.
Then why isn't she saying, Benji? You know what? You're the love of my life. We should be together forever, always.
Because I'll never find anything better.
Because she's not at that point, and it might not happen. I agree that, and I might. Like I've said repeatedly, I might say, you know what? It does hurt me too much to see someone I really like this way, but. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
I gotta say,
what happens.
I really like the angle you were taking for like getting her drugged up and then moving forward. So I would suggest, unlike JD, is either get more or better drugs.
All right.
Where do you think this will? Like, it's a year from now. Will you be friends? Will we have never not heard of her for 6 months? Where do you think it'll all be?
I don't know. I could see like I don't know. She's the kind of person I could see. If it doesn't work out, like maybe I like her. I like her a lot. So maybe it's someone I want in my life, all my life. And we, so I don't know.
JD, you've been the friend victim, right? With some chicks?
Yeah. Like,
have you remained
sort of recently? And you have to just, it took a little while, but you gotta have to cut the cord.
Yeah, but
if people,
because it'll kill you.
But JD,
like I went through some major anxiety over someone and it's just like, ugh. It wasn't even worth it.
But when people were telling you, you know what, it ain't gonna happen. It's time to move on. You wouldn't listen.
Kinda. There were always the thoughts of maybe there's a chance, but then
JD, first of all, I think every guy's gone through this, and I'm assuming you're talking about I can't remember. It started with A. Ash.
No.
It was
someone you
else?
don't even know.
Okay,
Ashley
right,
Madison.
Cool. You know her? Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you were about to say something.
But have you ever had this with somebody and remained friends with them?
Not really. No. Once a girl isn't into me, like, you know, attracted to me or whatever, you know, it's hard. What are you laughing at? It's hard for me to be just friends with them. You know what I mean?
Same here. It's not. Or sometimes it is, and sometimes it's not. You know.
Aren't you worried about if something does happen romantically, it's going to destroy everything you've built in terms
What do you
of
mean?
Because you could be
us if we get together romantically.
It's like a bad John Hughes movie, but you could be friends with them for a very long time. Then that moment happens. Then all of a sudden, it just didn't live up to expectations.
That's possible. I mean, but you know, I'm not looking for a guarantee. You know.
I was back there in the newsroom, John, and Al, who's editing up the news stories today for us, told me an interesting story that when Benji did the hurricane show, where he was doing a 1-hour show during Hurricane Irene, I think, he had asked Al to upload 20 songs of this girl into Profit to play throughout the show.
She was gonna be one of the people I interviewed. They said they couldn't get her on the phone.
Now, so Al sat there and had to upload 20 songs.
Well, they asked me, they said, give us every single thing you want to upload that could possibly be, because they also told me when I did the Hurricane show, it could be all night.
So he skipped the Billy Joel anthology.
No, I also had several Daniel Johnston songs. I tried to get a Kenny Roby song about
Daniel
a hurricane.
Johnson?
Another guy won't bang him.
Yeah. Well, don't say that so quickly. Don't say that so quickly.
Hey, Benji, one question real quick. At your peak, do you think you like Marianne more than you like, what's her name now, Elisa?
It's so hard to... No, I don't think so.
Does it bum you out that...
I do love Marianne.
Does it bum you out that Marianne calls in?
Yeah, it pissed me off. I mean, I love her, and Marianne is one of my closest friends, and we're one of my best friends. But I don't like this, like, you know... I don't like... It's you don't need to tell people... Like, you know, just give it up. I don't believe in telling people give up something. I can say, like, hey, you know what? I think it might lead you to getting hurt. But just drop it. It's never going to happen.
I was asking more about the stuff because you don't tell us anything. So she tells us the stuff about you.
Like what?
Like that you used to try to talk dirty to her and what your moves were and her and all that stuff.
Listen, Marianne and I joke around a lot.
Did they involve Amian?
And what were you doing yesterday? I mean, you were all over the place with this. I know Will said he was trying to get you for a pre-interview. He really...
Yeah.
I mean, you were in his hair. You did a show last night. Like, are you playing up the moment, or are you just...
No, I like Gary. There was a build up to this, and we did. You know, there was a lot of. She did like rehearsal and stuff, and you know, there was.
It's like Clive Davis. You know, isn't it going? Sounds like a hit, sweetheart.
I was there for the rehearsal. It was cool. Benji was videotaping it and like asking people to come in to watch. And
well, she said because she felt better because she was very nervous about performing, so she wanted different people to, like, you know, strangers just to be there.
Do you think there's a chance that she might be using you for all of this?
No, I don't. I think when I initially talked to her about getting on, she was like, "No, you know, don't try to do it."
So that brings a question that was a big debate in the back office.
I think she enjoys it, if especially.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Is the onus on her to cut it and say, "Listen, I'm not going to bang you," or is the onus on Benji to recognize that it may not happen?
She said that. So she's done her onus.
She really hasn't, though.
She didn't say no.
She's left the door ajar. Ever so slightly.
Yeah.
If she really has, though, and that's the tough part.
Like a sheet of paper will fit through.
Well, that's exactly it. But a sheet of paper is enough when you feel like the way you do.
That's when you're his size.
If she was playing you, and I'm not saying that she is, but if she was, she's playing you perfectly.
Okay. But I don't. You know, I don't think so. I think she has a really good heart.
I think that as long, like, if she told you there is 0% possibility you and I will ever sleep together, and then you continue to do nice stuff for her, I think, okay, that's not her fault anymore. But I kind of agree with Gary. She left the door open, and in a way, it's definitely using you. And even if she's not doing it to be malicious, it's still using.
I think you guys are all cynics. I think that tends to be a lot of people are cynics. I'm not as cynical about...
You're a romantic?
Pussy fuck.
Yeah.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, two of our favorite people were here, Ronnie Mund and J.D. Harmeyer. And Ronnie spoke about how you get permission to chain a guest because he was worried about 𝗦𝗵cie𝗄 and Joey Buttafuoco possibly getting into it. So we heard some Ronnie logic, and then right after that, JD talked about the email he sent to Howard, which said spoiler alert and had the spoiler in the subject. Two great minds, all for you.
Ronnie, with Lou and Joey coming in, a lot of the they got along very well, but Gary, you should describe the setup, because there was a whole, reconfiguration of the studio, and one was isolated, and a lot went into it.
I'll talk about that, and then I'll talk about the conversation that Ronnie and I had yesterday, how it all led to this. But basically what went on was Howard was very fearful that there was going to be an altercation. And Ronnie and I had spoken yesterday morning. I went to Ronnie. I said, you got extra guys tomorrow, right? He goes, yeah, absolutely, because we knew something could happen. So I get a phone call from Ronnie at like 1. I guess Howard called me when I was down with Tim, and I tried to call Howard back. I couldn't get him. Ronnie called me. Howard's very nervous about what's going to go on. And then Ronnie said something about a ball and a chain, which I didn't understand, which in all fairness, Howard must have said to him. And in my mind, I'm thinking, like, handcuffs and balls and chain. Like, we can't do that.
Does Ronnie have a security or police type of voice or manner when he's talking, like when he's setting up these plans?
We were just talking. Ronnie and I talk about this, like, how you going to handle this, how you going to handle that. So Ronnie had informed me, because Howard had gone to the gym, and Ronnie said, he called me, he's worried about tomorrow. He talked about maybe handcuffing them or putting them in a ball and chain. But I called the people that work here, and it can't happen, et cetera, et cetera. So I just sort of let it go by, because I knew it was an idea that came and went.
Right.
And then I said to Ronnie, we've done this twice before. I said, why don't we put one guy in Robin's studio? That way your guys can block the door either way, him coming out or Joey going in.
That ended up being Lou.
Right. We put Lou in there and put one guy on the couch. And so everybody liked that idea. Now, I'm trying to think who the other people, who's the black wrestler? I think his name was Booker T.
Mm-hmm.
And I think somebody interviewed him and gave him a quiz. And he did not come across looking very bright. And he was fucking angry.
Yeah.
And so we put him in the booth. That's one I remember. And I think we did it one other time.
Oh, the KKK guy.
Which guy?
Yeah, Daniel Carver for the Carver roast.
That was the
To
roast.
protect him, though.
That was the roast.
Right. He was in there. But Ronnie, what was your plan, and did you leave a message like that for Howard?
No.
So what did you tell him?
No. We talked in the car, and he said that he was nervous about, he didn't want any problems. So I said, well, we're bringing extra guys in. And he goes, well, maybe we should chain them to the couch and one to the chair, or handcuff one or whatever. I said, I don't think that'll work, but I'll check into it. So I checked into it with a couple of people here that work here, security people, and it's you can't do that unless you get permission.
How many people did you check with?
Well, 2 different people.
Okay, and did you think Howard was being like dead serious? I want them chained. I want them handcuffed.
He wanted something to make sure that they wouldn't get at each other.
But that's not the issue.
Well, there wasn't an issue.
I don't think that was Howard's point. Howard's point was, did you think he was asking for you to do it without their permission?
No, how can you do it without their permission?
But you were saying we can't do it without their permission.
Right. Well, that's what.
So then we could have done it with their permission.
Yeah, you could have. Yeah.
So then why would you say to Howard we can't do it without their permission if you didn't think he was asking that?
Benji,
I actually know what he's saying. He's saying that you shouldn't go. What Benji's saying is you should have called Howard back and said, we can do this.
I did say that.
But we're going to have to get their permission, and they may not give it.
I did say that. If we got them either written or them telling on camera, beforehand, like we do when we get the IDs from girls and stuff like that, that I give my permission to be handcuffed into a chair.
But did you ever assume that Howard was going to want to do it without their permission?
No.
So normally you don't bring up something like that unless you think.
Why wouldn't you bring it up?
Why would you say also like?
Why is it so? Why do you have to pick at everything?
No,
why
I think it's interesting.
What?
I'm not trying to be mean about it.
I don't understand what the problem is here with you with this. What is the problem?
I swear it's not a problem. I find it interesting.
Okay, it's interesting, but I told him every scenario of it. And that's why he said I left this long message.
What was every scenario?
The scenario was either you could handcuff them with their permission, or you can't handcuff them unless they're under arrest.
See, that's where it gets funny, because I think we all know that nobody's going to handcuff them without their permission.
Well, no, you can't just have them walk in and say, "Hey, listen, man, we think there's going to be a problem here. We're going to handcuff you."
No, you could have them walk in and say, "We think there's going to be a problem here. We were thinking about it. Might be funny if we handcuff you. Are you cool for that?"
Yeah, right. But they weren't cool about doing that here.
How do you know? That's it. Let's get to that. Who wasn't cool about it?
The serious people.
They didn't like the idea of us handcuffing people?
Then we couldn't handcuff people at all.
If we had their permission.
Well, hold on. But you're saying two different things. Either the serious guys told
They
you
weren't
no.
happy with it either way, but it can be done if you have their permission. But they weren't happy about it.
Wait, so the handcuffs...
How much more can I say?
Wait, Ronnie.
They weren't happy about it here.
Okay,
so the handcuffs were out, but what about the chains?
No, the same difference, John. Chains, handcuffs, the same thing.
All right, so after you found this out, what was the next plan? Did you design the layout?
No, Gary, I spoke to Gary. Gary said, we've done this before. What if we do it this way? And I said, if there's a problem with that, call me back and we'll try and work something else out. I never heard from him again, so I assumed everything was fine. When I came in this morning, that was the plan.
When you came into the studio later, when Howard was talking about it, you told Howard he was coming all over you. Where did that come from?
Well, right, he jumped all over me saying I was talking like a cop and all. I left him a message. I did the right thing. I told him he likes to know what's going on. I told him what was going on.
Right, but you didn't say you're breaking my balls. You said you're coming all over me, and that seemed like an odd choice of words, I thought.
Why, John?
Why?
You can answer that question, Gary.
He's breaking my balls no matter what. If I do the right thing, it's not good. If I do the wrong thing, it's not good. What can I say?
Joe in Pennsylvania, you're on the wrap-up show.
Okay, I'll tell you where the problem is, Ronnie. It's if this were a trip you were planning out to California to do some Fox TV show, you'd have been a lot more tenacious. You'd have checked into a lot more sources. You'd have gotten it done. You're getting lazy. Bottom line.
Yeah, okay, fine. How am I lazy? We got it done.
You didn't get it done the way Howard wanted to. You said no right away.
I did not say no right away.
You're a negative
I
guy.
said I would check it, and you're a fucking asshole, okay? You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Be careful. You're going to break a hip.
Yeah, okay, good.
All right, thanks for chiming in there, Joe. As it turned out, it was a pretty normal conversation that Lou and Joey had, right? There was none of that.
Yeah, but you don't know what's going to happen. How do you know what's going to happen?
There was a whole weird thing that started out right from the beginning where I went out to the hallway to talk to Joey, and he goes, "Hey, Gary, thanks for not returning my phone call 2 Thanksgivings ago." And I'm like, what are you talking about? I've spoken to Joey probably 4 times in the last year and a half. I'm probably one of the few people in any business, show business or otherwise, that calls him back pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So he seemed to have some bug about me, the whole thing. So he said, "Can I bring my wife in?" And I said, "I don't think that works. Why don't you bring her into the green room, and then you'll go in, and then if Howard wants to call for in." And he said, "Okay." And then when I walked up to get him, Howard goes, "Bring them in." Joey goes, "Bring my wife in." And I said, "No, you're not, Joey." And he goes, "Yeah, that's what I'm doing." I said, "Joey, we just talked about this 20 minutes ago." "No, we didn't." "Yeah, we did, Joey. We just talked about it." "Well, I changed my mind." I go, "I know, I changed mine as well. She can't come in." And it got so, this is, of course, while I'm walking her in. So it got to be, he was very odd today. He was in this very odd and contentious mood. And then I guess I was the brunt. I didn't hear it, but I guess I was the brunt of Gary's keeping me off the show.
Where you going, JD? Yeah. JD, where you going? Why are you writing it on paper? Why don't you speak into the microphone?
It was something that we already covered, actually.
So what?
It was a good point, though, JD made.
Well,
look, I won't
speak up.
Ronnie, I won't say
Speak up, man.
I won't say it was JD because I didn't have this conversation with him. But some people said that when you went and said you're coming all over me, you were trying to create another catchphrase.
No, I wasn't. Oh, God.
It was very odd, Ron.
Yeah,
it was very odd.
Yeah, okay, like your catchphrase yesterday.
No, my catchphrase yesterday.
Yeah.
Pussy fog.
Yeah.
You don't hear me using pussy fog, do you?
You don't hear me using coming all over me
Yeah,
either,
you
do
did, actually.
I used it once today. That's it.
Okay. That's right.
All right?
That's all we need is one.
All right. Don't come in and write it on paper. Speak into
I
the microphone.
didn't want to bring something
That's why
up.
they call it the rapper show. You talk here.
Hold on. I
know you can't talk good.
I hadn't been listening, and I didn't want to bring something up that had already been discussed already. I was having respect for the show. Unlike you, who
Why?
just
Since
wants to
when do you have respect for the show?
I have respect for everything I'm involved in.
Good.
Why did you email a spoiler alert to Howard that had the spoiler in the title?
That is amusing. I'd love to hear this explanation.
There was a mention, Arquette mentioned Howard on Jimmy Kimmel, and I forwarded the message, and I assumed he had already seen Arquette had gotten kicked off, so I just put spoiler alert: Arquette was kicked off last night.
But why would you assume it? Because you don't know that Arquette's kicked off till like 9:58, right?
Yeah, well, I assumed he woke up early enough or tried to find out or something.
Because most people would have been, spoiler alert, don't read this if you don't want to know who got kicked off Dancing with the Stars last night.
He's going to see either way. He's going to see who mentioned him on Kimmel.
No, but if you said what I just said, then he wouldn't do that.
No.
Well, I mean, but Gary's saying like you would just say, spoiler alert, the results of Dancing with the Stars vote is
either
is
way,
in there.
if I put spoiler alert or not, it would have been spoiled because he would have seen that
not if he
Arquette
didn't want
had
to.
He wouldn't
mentioned
have.
him.
No, he wouldn't have. Oh, if you said spoiler alert, don't open if you don't want to know who got kicked off Dancing with the Stars. He wouldn't have opened it.
He would have to know either way.
So you were being sarcastic writing spoiler alert.
A little bit, yes.
But sometimes sarcasm gets lost in an email.
Well, sorry.
Did Howard watch? Did Howard open his email and then did it spoil it for him, or did he already know?
I think he already knew.
Yeah. So there you go.
You came all over him, man.
Hi, I'm Amy Schumer. I'm a comedian, and I'm here at Sirius to be on Howard Stern's radio show. And it seems like people really like it.
Now, yeah, it's mildly popular.
Yeah, he has some listeners, right? He's growing. He's a work in progress.
Right.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of faith.
Yeah. In
It's
Jesus.
gonna be all right. Oh, of course.
The Lord will guide more listeners toward him.
As long as you give your soul to the Lord.
Oh, it's been given.
Okay.
My soul's been with the Lord for a while.
I figured you had that look to you.
Yeah, like I've been saved.
Amy, this is a big deal for you as a
This
comedian.
is it. This is the biggest deal there is for a comic.
Well, have fun today.
Any advice?
And just Godspeed, and may the Lord bless you and keep you.
He's always with us.
And also with you.
I should probably play Amy Schumer's appearance on the Charlie Sheen roast to get everyone all excited about her, right?
Yeah.
Because she's out in the green room, and I got a lot to get to today. I got to still play Richard and Sal's new phony phone call that involves
Oh,
Ronnie.
that was an old one you just played.
That was just old, yeah. Amy Schumer is a young comedian. I think when Whitney Cummings went off to do her TV show, they had to get somebody new on Comedy Central who can be hot and be funny. So here is a... hold on, Gary. Slow down. I'm going to play Amy. I'm going to play Amy on... Do you listen to the show out there? You always see the poor guest getting heave-hoed right out of here.
I was listening.
All right. I just thought it would be weird to play her appearance while she was sitting here.
Okay.
Okay? That's how I generally work into these things. Okay. How many years I've been with
Because we go over all of this before we get in.
Well, all you got to do is listen to the radio. That's why I put a speaker in your room.
Hi.
Hey, Amy. Nice to see you.
Thanks for having me.
I'm happy to have you.
Look at this.
Look at your headphones.
Hi.
Look at you. How are you? Good to meet you.
Good. Good to meet you.
Hi.
Thank you so much.
Oh, we're glad to have you here.
What is this?
That's
this
a wire.
hurts.
What hurts?
What's this thing?
Let me see. I don't know. It's a clip of
It's
some
like
sort.
a netting.
It's like stabbing me. This is
Is it?
this is karma.
Is it hurting you? I could have it fixed.
No, I'll just like awkwardly sit like this. I'll hold it out like this.
Hey, Gary, the headphone wire is frayed and it's sticking into Amy's neck.
My precious angelic
Neck.
You'll come out of here all marked and scarred.
Be like, what happened? I'm like, oh,
What
it's
is
not
that?
Howard.
I don't know.
What happened?
I don't know.
Looks like someone had beaver teeth and gnawed through it.
A Jackass fan came in here.
Yeah, right.
This is their attempt.
Switch to number 2.
Okay, whatever you want to do. Here.
Ooh, thank you.
Look at this. All right, here, I'll switch your microphones. I mean, headphones, microphones. It's both. Watch Gary at work.
Oh
Look how
my
good-
God, look at this. Thank
That's
you.
better. Okay.
How you
Miracle
feel now?
worker.
Feel
I
good?
feel wonderful. Yeah, I feel good.
Amy, so whenever I have a comedian in here and they do one of those roasts, I love to ask them about how awkward it is because when you sit there,
It's dangerous. You got Mike Tyson you're goofing on.
Yeah, and he was like so gentle, but you do have the feeling like, oh, you could murder me right now.
I watched that roast and I thought, I don't think Mike Tyson understands. Like he should just quiet down. Like he was actually arguing with you. Like,
Are we going to take this? Like he's
Right.
like starting a riot.
I think some people don't ever watch a roast before
Right.
they do it, and so he thought it was like an urban like comedy situation where it was like good to participate, but it was like no, he kept talking to me. That's why I had to.
Did anyone calm him down during the commercials and explain, Mike, this is something where you just kind of
Yeah,
take
Don King was there.
Yeah.
No, nobody. He was.
No, Don
everyone
King's
was
there to explain it to him.
Yeah, everyone was so worried. I think he was like the wild card that they were
Right.
like he could really blow it, but he did a great job. He did. I think even better than it seemed like he did.
You got criticized at the roast because you did a joke about Steve.
Steve-O,
Steve
right.
O's the guy who died, but I didn't think it was that offensive of a joke. It wasn't
No.
about that guy. It was more about Steve.
It was about Steve. Yeah, no, I really like the Jackass guys in those movies. I totally just thought of it as another roast joke. That wasn't like.
Was he angry with you afterward?
Well, Comedy Central chose to cut to him looking like he was about to start sobbing.
Right.
So people were like, "Oh my God! Like, why did you ruin Steve-O's life?" But I didn't think that would be like the joke heard around the world. I didn't talk
Do
to
you
him after because he was at the hospital because his nose was broken.
Because of this thing he did on the roast?
Because Tyson, yeah, he kept running into Tyson's fist.
And he broke his nose.
Yeah, that was the goal.
That
So-
is insane.
Yeah, it wasn't fun to watch. I left the stage. I was like, that's not.
And you
I
know
don't
what?
Need that.
They barely spent any time on it. Was like all for nothing because
Yeah.
Steve just ran into Mike Tyson's fist and
Yeah.
he broke his own nose.
Yeah, if you watched at the very end, William Shatner's watching, and he goes, he says something like, "Steve, oh my God!" Like it was just, it was not a fun display. I didn't like.
I feel
seeing
bad
that
for
live.
Steve-O because he's not. I know he wants to be a comedian and
Yeah,
stuff.
he's doing stand up.
But he always then relies on the stunt that's going to eventually get him killed.
There is a sadness to that, but
Yeah.
people love him.
Yes.
Like he has I found out the hard way. They have majorly hardcore fans.
I love Steve. I've had him on the show many times,
great.
but I
He's
always
great.
think he's going to kill himself. Like he'll all of a sudden light himself on fire, and I
Yeah.
go, one time this is going to go horribly wrong.
He's a
Yeah,
liability.
that's the fear because
For sure.
he feels he has to deliver that.
I know, and it was like, you know, he so is going in the stand-up direction, but anything like that, there's a sadness to it.
Now, and now, I hadn't heard your roast in a while, and then I realized you were making some funny jokes about Patrice O'Neal's diabetes.
Yeah.
He's a comedian. I've had him on the show.
Yeah, I love him.
But he had like a stroke over the
He
weekend.
did. He had a stroke.
Did he?
Yeah, I
I
saw
didn't
that.
even hear that.
I saw that on Twitter that he had. Is it a severe thing where
I
he?
think so.
Oh.
Like I there's only been I work at the Comedy Cellar a lot,
Right.
and there's only been some sprinklings of what happened, but yeah, it's
What's
really
the sprinkle? I mean, what do you hear?
he's not seeing anyone. Like nobody's allowed to go see him, but he, God, I don't know. I'm gonna start crying. He was like passed out. Like I think maybe he can blink but he can't move. He can't talk. But this is like third-hand
information.
Yeah. So yeah. But if anybody wants to email love for Patrice
Very
at Gmail
funny guy.
is set up.
Incredibly funny, yeah.
Oh, he's one of the best comedians working. I think people who don't know much about the roast think that there's any sort of venom there, but it's like, it's more, you get to go after the comedians the hardest.
Right.
It's called Love for Patrice
At Gmail.
at Gmail, and you can
gmail.com.
write him.
Just write, you can just.
Is he going? Is he going to live? You don't know.
I don't know.
I just thought all comedians know the health of every other comedian.
No,
Well,
I mean,
usually
he's a
it
friend.
seems
Like
they're a small
Right.
community.
Especially the New York comics, it is kind of a tight knit thing.
Yeah.
But it's that there aren't really answers yet. It's not that I haven't gotten word. There's no real answers yet.
So did it ruin the foot joke? I mean, the fact that Patrice.
No,
is
I
now-
still think that's like a sweet, sweet joke. That
Right.
joke was gold.
Yeah.
But no, he loved it. He was, and he's been in here. He's the most vicious. He can just slaughter you.
Oh my God! Funny story. I thought he was terrific. I heard some comedy tape of him.
Amazing.
So I invited him on the show. He came on a couple of times. I think. I think I have this right. I'm not sure I even remember. So at one point I said to Gary, "Gee, we haven't seen Patrice O'Neal in a while." He said, "Oh, he's not doing the show anymore. He's mad at you." I said, "What did I do? I don't even know him that well."
You had a falling out. You didn't
Yeah,
know
we had a
about
falling out, and he said you were on the air one time. You couldn't think of his name, and you said to Robin, he's a heavy set or a fat black guy. I
Yeah.
can't think of his name, the comedian we have on. So Robin said, "Oh, Patrice O'Neal," and he got angry with me that I didn't remember his name.
Oh,
Really?
Because he still talks to me. I saw him outside.
Did you?
Not too long ago, and I said, "Hey, Patrice," and he was like, "Hey, Robin, how you doing?"
Really? Oh, well.
But
yeah.
I hadn't seen him in here, and I did wonder why we hadn't had him in.
He's sensitive. He's a sensitive
Yeah.
man. He
was
holds a grudge.
I said to Gary, I said, "Oh, that's such a shame." I said, I
he
don't
was
know
always
him."
funny.
Yeah, he's great.
His name was not on the tip of my tongue that day, but I was trying to describe to Robin who I was talking about.
Yeah.
But anyway,
He should understand that sometimes I have to remind Howard of my name.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
yeah, who are you?
You were great on the roast, Robin.
Oh, thank you.
Did you have fun doing that?
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, right?
A lot of fun.
But it's tough. It's like all your worst nightmares as a child in school coming true.
Was that the first roast you ever did for Comedy Central?
Yeah, I found out 2 weeks before that I was doing it.
So are you the hot girl who now gets the Whitney?
Are you going to
coming?
Whitney slot?
Do you get the
I'll
Whitney?
take that slot for sure.
You'll
I'll
take
take
Whitney's
Lampanelli's slot. I'll
You'll-
take whoever's. Yeah, I bet she has a nice slot.
So would you say that your career is struggling? Like it's a tough career because now
Are you making it? What is going on?
I'm here.
Where are we at? You're
I'm
here. Now,
this
you were
looks
on
like Vegas.
You were. It does, doesn't it? It's
Yeah.
really tacky. That you were, but don't say that because the guys are very proud of it.
No, it looks
It's brand new.
amazing. This is a dream come true.
I always say to any of the comedians, were there jokes that you were going to do at the Charlie Sheen roast that got cut?
Yes.
There were.
There were.
Would you
There were-
share those with us?
Yes, I will. I'll share
Okay.
some. Let's see. And I don't remember why these were cut. Some of them, like Harvey Levin, backed out at the last second. He was supposed to do it.
TMZ guy.
TMZ guy.
Okay.
Yeah. And did you know he's gay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't
We've
know
had
that
him
till
on.
I was. Oh, okay.
Okay.
He just talked about cock nonstop, and
Yeah.
you were like, "Oh, wait a minute."
It dawned on me.
The whole time.
It actually dawned on me that he was gay when he talked about cock for 20
Is that
minutes.
what led you to believe that?
That's right.
I said, Harvey, you are one tiny little queer. The only box you'll ever come close to are the three you stand on to see over the cubicles. I said, you've done more fudge packing than a 𝗦𝗄𝗿𝗱 who loves anal. I said, Harvey, you bottom-feeding, despicable Jew. And I could say that
'Cause you're
because
Jewish.
I'm honest.
Right.
You make your entire race go from saying never again to, well, just this once.
You should have been there.
I know. He backed out. I was so bummed.
That
I was
would've
going to
been
go
so
after
good.
him.
Yeah. Now, do you write these yourself?
Yeah.
Wow, that's hard, huh? To
It
sit in a
is.
what is the process of coming up with roast jokes? What is the inspiration? Like, what do you do? You just do you sit yourself down in a room
Yeah.
and go, I am going to think about Harvey Levin. About
what's the meanest, worst thing? What do I think his deepest insecurity is?
Right.
Or just like my fat jokes about Shatner. I had originally written those for John Lovitz, but Lovitz looked pretty good, so I was like, I just kind of
Switch 'em.
transferred them to Shatner. And then I found out while we were sitting there that he's like in his 80s.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm calling this 80-year-old guy fat.
But made
like,
it even
give him a
funnier.
break. But he was a good sport.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But they cut
Do
out
you
my
feel-
Jeff Ross ones.
Do you feel bad about making fun of people at all? Does it get?
If I thought I really hurt someone's feelings, I would feel like shit.
Do you come up with really mean jokes that are so bad that you go, I cannot say this on a roast?
Yeah.
But that's the process. You've got to let everything fly.
Yeah.
And then you kind of tone it
Which
down.
is weird because that Steve-O joke, I did not think that was going to be anything. You know, I didn't go into this roast like, I don't care who I hurt. I want to see my name in lights. I just wanted to do a good job and write jokes that I was proud
The
of.
other one I thought that was really was the, those two women whose lives
Your
you ruined,
daughters?
your daughter.
Yeah,
that was good.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a real good one.
I thought that was one that would have gotten more flack. But
How
you
long
never
does
know.
it take you? Like you get basically like 2 or 3 minutes on those roasts.
Yeah.
How long does it take you to come up with your roast material, your A game for a roast?
Well, it's 6 minutes. We each get
Okay.
like between 6 and 8 minutes, except Jeff Ross gets like an hour.
Right, because he's so good at
Yeah,
it.
he's the best.
Right.
He's the best. Well, Geraldo was the best.
Yeah.
Greg Giraldo was great.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So I think I found out that I might maybe do it like a month before. So I just started writing, and going around trying my set out. When I found out I was definitely doing it 2 weeks before, I went to every club and tried out the jokes.
Every joke, right.
And
Yeah,
Charlie
which is
Sheen is pretty easy. I mean, that was...
that's a lot to work with, and you don't feel bad doing it
Yeah.
because his life is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. There's like not that much sadness to him, and I was glad he had us all over at his house the night before.
Oh, really?
At his manager's house, and he was just so cool. He just, I think, wanted to look us in the eye and
Right.
make sure we weren't like, we're gonna get you.
That's kind of weird. I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
What a preemptive strike.
It was, well, I thought it was a great idea. It's just because
But does that make you eliminate some of the jokes that the fact that you were at his home?
Yeah, when Lovitz wasn't really fat, I eliminated those jokes.
No, but I mean, did it make you eliminate any of your Charlie Sheen material because
No.
you were meeting him?
Oh no, not at all.
I would think maybe that would ruin it ahead of time. If I was Comedy Central, I'd be like, no one's getting together the night before.
No, they liked it. I think they're going to make it a tradition.
I see.
Because it's like the way I felt about it was like we're all kind of we're all doing this show together. We're all making this show together.
What do you mean they decided to call you like a month in advance and say maybe you'll be on?
Well, they shoot for the stars. Like I think they put an offer out. They put out offers like Johnny Depp. You
Right.
know, they hope someone's going through a bad phase. Like they'll
But
just
is
catch
Jo-
someone having a meltdown.
But is Johnny Depp really the right guy to have to one of those roles? You got to be really
He's
professional.
hilarious. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just
Johnny Depp, I mean, would be a disaster. Although people are excited to see Johnny Depp, the
People
movie
love
star.
famous people.
Yeah, but I mean, you need a couple of views.
You need comedian, like comics
Yeah.
do the best on there, no question. They
That's right.
sweeten everybody else's set after the fact. But the comics, I think, always do the best.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, my favorite part of the whole process was running around getting ready.
So what did they cut of you? What did you say about Jeffrey Ross that they cut out?
Oh, they cut out all my Jeff Ross jokes.
Really?
Yeah. I to intro to him, I was like, Jeff Ross is gross. I was like, but I mean, I could see a girl hooking up with you, Jeff. I would sit on your face just so I wouldn't have to look at it.
That's good. Why did they cut that?
I don't know. I think just for time. They like to see the stars. Like, I
Right.
mean, and he's a star, but he's not
Right.
Sheen. Kate Walsh she's had such a full life, but no one to share it with. She really proves that no amount of money in the world can fill the hole that her uncle used to. They said no.
Oh.
They're like, no. I'm like, okay.
I don't know. I would have liked her.
Right?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
She was cool. She's so cool. She
Does
would have been fine with it.
Does it kill you inside when you've crafted these jokes, you went to comedy clubs, and then they go, ooh,
And they stay on that piece of paper.
You mean the audience or Comedy Central?
Does it kill you that, like, you spent all this time working on a joke and then suddenly Comedy Central says at the last minute, ooh, no, no one's ever going to hear it?
Yeah, it hurts.
does, right?
It's like a loss. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
because,
sucks.
I mean, you can't wait almost to deliver that joke.
Yeah, there's so many changes last minute that I was like, oh, it's going to be like this. Like, I was supposed to go up earlier, and then they're like, you're going almost at the end. So it's all these things, and you're just like, oh, and they don't care about, they care about the celebrities. I didn't even get, like, my makeup touched up. Nobody,
Right.